Excuse me, Russell, but I believe I requested the hand job.
Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, with all the things going on in the news and entertainment, we are here to bring you the light at the end of the tunnel, just as long as the name of that tunnel isn't Home Sweet Home Alone. Goddamn.
Dude, another Home Alone? I thought we learned our lesson in 1997, but I guess not.
Apparently, we did not.
Up next is the last standing Samoan, Big Rig Nick Utam.
Does Hollywood really learn any lessons at all? I mean, let's be honest here. This is why this channel was pretty much formed, is because they just don't learn anything.
They're never gonna, buddy. Mm-hmm. And we're here to teach them, though. And finally, a man, the myth, the legend, American Ramrod Kendo Slice.
I just hope that when somebody hacks into my emails and looks through my shit from like 10, 15, 20 years ago, Jeff doesn't fire me.
I can't promise anything. Of course, I'm going to throw you under the bus like everybody else, right? Who's not canceled? What's going on with the email leak?
John Gruden.
Yeah. So the NFL was investigating a possible culture of nothing but harassment and bad things with the Washington name redacteds. And the only emails that came out of it that got leaked, the only information that came out was that John Gruden apparently said some not nice things about the gay people. So it goes to show that Dave Chappelle was right. You can do and say and be very horrible, like half the NFL players with their massive rap sheets. But if you say anything naughty about the gays, they will fire you.
It's been a weird week, dude. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat right now. Dion Green goes to Hogwarts. Now, it's the spooky season. Dion, is that how you want to spend your fall, going to Hogwarts? What house are you? Isn't that how that works?
Whatever older female witch is in one of them, that's the one I'll be in.
I think Dion's a Slytherin.
As a wise man once said in a legendary series on YouTube, can I spend the night for a week straight?
Thank you, the infidel, very much for the compliment. Folks, yes, we have a comic. It is on its way. People have it. Stealing Solo. It features us. What do we do in this story, Dion? Who did we kidnap?
One of the greats, one of the old times, the Han Solo.
We did. And now, folks, let me show this real quick. These are here. If you backed it and you got the shirt, those are on their way. They look awesome. There's only one problem. You can't get them anymore. There's no more. But you can get shirt. You can get like the trading cards and the book and stuff like that if you're interested. But it does feature the Fandom Menace, this edition of the Fandom Menace. So it's a fun little way to remember everybody. And go to Twitter, check it out. People love the book, the magnets, the stickers. And I just want to take this time again to thank everybody. I really appreciate all the kind words, all the support, and it's exciting to see everyone enjoying this. And get ready, folks. Wokebusters is next. So in the next couple of weeks, be on the lookout for information on how to back that early. And you don't want to miss out. You didn't want to miss out on Stealing Solo. Everyone made the second campaign a bigger success than the first. More books, more everything. So thank you to everybody. We put ourselves on the map again, boys. I'm excited to keep on growing, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think collectively we sold more comics than Marvel did on like one of their, Captain Marvel runs or something. I'm sure.
Something like that.
I could look up those numbers.
I bet we were going to sell more than the new Superman comic.
Oh God.
Yeah, dude, what is that? If you want to go hear us talk about that, go listen to the High Council. But what good is that going to do? I don't think DC is going to.
It's just yeah, dude. It's just the flavor of them. It's just very interesting. You see Twitter and Twitter acting like they're going to read it, which is funny. And don't get me wrong. It's like, hey, you want to have characters be certain things, that's fine. But just changing them for the sake of changing them is the problem. This isn't going to boost Superboy. This isn't going to boost, people buying comics. Like, I'm sure there are people who read comics. Of course there are. But the difference between them buying comics and them not buying comics and Superboy being a relevant character isn't who he chooses to make out with. That's not the problem.
Mm-mm. It's just like you said, it's the flavor of the month. They're trying to sell books. It might be the flavor of the month, but we now have the word of the day, Kendo. I'm sorry. I told you if the listener sent one in before we got to it, we'd have to go with it. Kendo's word of the day, folks, was spooge. But Doug Keller says the word of the day is ball bag. So the ball bag is not enough. There we go.
Liverlet ball bag.
Wait, could we just do thunder ball bag?
Yes. Perfect.
There we go.
You brilliant son of a bitch, I'm in.
Oh man. So folks, play with the word of the day. Thank you, Doug Keller.
God damn it.
Play with the ball.
Phrasing.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Now, one sad piece of news, there will be no show next week. It's my birthday, it's the channel's birthday, and I actually want to do something because I've been really busy with getting stuff out, channel stuff, and I would probably regret it on October 22nd if I didn't do something for my birthday. So we're just going to not have a show next week, folks, but we'll be back the following week. Now, you might miss us next week, but you can hang out with us on Saturday. This Saturday, drunk commentary parties are back. We're starting with the brand new Halloween Kills. You can watch it on Peacock. This is a new way to watch a movie at home and all that other fun shit. We're not here to promote Peacock. We're not here to advertise for Halloween. We're here to get shit-faced with you guys and have fun, make fun of a movie that might be pretty shitty. Nick, what have you been hearing about the news or surrounding Halloween Kills lately?
I don't know, man. I saw the director and producer Jason Blum on The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob on Shudder, and I was kind of disappointed. I'm just like, wow, they're really trying to sell this PR campaign to really get people to watch this movie, and I'm just like, when you do shit like that, it makes me not want to watch your movie. It makes me believe that you don't believe in it. That's why you're doing things like this. You know.
Have you seen this tweet that says David Gordon Green says Halloween Ends, which is the next film, will take place around the same time, and it will deal with pandemic and peculiar politics?
Oh, good.
Can't wait to watch that.
I know, right?
That's what I've been missing in my life. A political horror movie about the shit I just went through.
Yeah. It's already
and also a slasher is going to kill teenagers. Yeah, that's what I'm missing in my life. Oh fuck.
No, I'm gonna kill the teenagers. He's just gonna dance on their fucking TikTok videos.
Oh jeez, you're probably right. Hopefully he eats a couple Tide Pods too. You know, that'll be nice.
Hey, just let them all. They're boxing each other's boxing each other's their thing. Just let them all fight each other, and then they go to fight Michael Myers, and then he, has a speech about how they all should make out, and then he nuts.
Aren't we all better people?
Then he remembers who he is and proceeds to fucking walk the dog on every one of them.
Yeah, that actually, I'm gonna pull up a picture of the Halloween timeline in a second and share the screen just so everybody can be aware of how many timelines there are for this. I think there are 4 right now. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah. Now, Nick, So I remember Nick growing up when it was Halloween 1 through the Curse of Michael Myers, and it was just like people still only talked about the first Halloween movie. Then they redid it all for H2O, and people still really only talked about the first Halloween movie. Rob Zombie comes out. We still talk about the first Halloween movie. And then in 2018, they remade it, and they still talk about the first Halloween movie. I think what this teaches us is you can make money off of Michael Myers, but you can't top the first one because nobody figured it out yet. They never figured out the formula. They can't do better. A guy with a bunch of hippies, a Captain Kirk mask, and a couple $100,000 made a classic, but tens of millions of dollars can't recapture that.
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead.
Once again, I blame it on cocaine, entirely on cocaine. They need more of it. That's what it is.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
man, it's plus there's a new episode of or new season of the films that made us or whatever, and they talk about Halloween, and then they're talking about one of my favorite movies, RoboCop, and it's just, it's just the motive is different. You have a John Carpenter who wants to make a fucking awesome kick-ass horror film, and then it becomes something different. You've got silly shit, silly sequels. They finally kind of come up with something and with H2O, and then immediately erase it with fucking Resurrection. It's just
I remember that. That was so weird.
fucking crazy. Because what is it? He broke the larynx of the fucking driver or whatever.
The
mask on him. And it's fucking insane. And then of course, I opened with the Home Alone bit, but that's another example. The first one is awesome, the second one is not terrible, and then they come up with fucking 4 other ones. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? But hey, Zordon said it best, man, a couple of weeks ago. He was like, listen, they're not making movies to make good films. They're making what they think is bankable and safe to make some money off of it, and that's just kind of the, I don't care how much, the cast of Halloween Kills is all excited. It's just not, you didn't have it right the first time.
By the way, I'm calling it now on this podcast on October 14th, 2021 at around 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're going to kill Laurie Strode in this movie. She's going to die.
You think that's your guess?
That's my guess. The reason I think that's because they introduced the granddaughter and the daughter in there, and I think they're going to pass the torch on to the granddaughter, and that's what's going to happen. They're going to kill her in this one. If not, they're going to kill. She's definitely going to die in the third one for sure.
We've watched Laurie Strode.
I buy that 100%.
Yeah,
you do or you don't?
Oh, I do. I 100% buy that. I can see him killing off Laurie Strode.
Well, we watched her fall off that rooftop after Busta Rhymes, so... Oh, wait, that was earlier in the film.
Yeah, that was the first 15 minutes where they had her, and then she kisses her brother on the lips and fucking falls off.
Now, there you go, folks. This is the timelines that Nick was talking about. In the original timeline, it goes Halloween 1, 2, 3 technically, 4, 5, 6. But... in 1998, for the 20th anniversary of Halloween, they decided to go Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween H2O, and then Resurrection. Rob Zombie doesn't exist to us. And nowadays, starting in 2018, it goes Halloween, Halloween Kills, and then Halloween Ends. So it's fucking 3 or 4 timelines I just said. I can't even keep myself straight.
So we have
Halloween ball bag.
Halloween ball bag. Yeah. So to be clear, we have right now we have 3 Halloween 2s, 2 Halloween and then like 2 Halloween 3s, and then 2 part 1s. That's kind of where we're at right now.
You want any 5s with that?
And a Diet Coke, please.
Yeah.
God. It's bad. It's fucking bad.
Darian217 had commented earlier. I guess he didn't know that the Captain Kirk mask is actually a Michael Myers. What the Michael Myers mask is actually a repurposed Captain Kirk mask. So the way it went, that back in 1978, Tommy Lee Wallace, the guy that actually designed the mask, was tasked to go out and get a mask for this movie. And he brought a clown mask and he brought a Captain Kirk mask. And the clown mask is you can look it up. It's a real clown mask. But they took this Captain Kirk mask and they, as you can see, widened the eyes, ripped off the sideburns, did a little work, and that is how the Michael Myers mask was made. That is the true story behind it, 100%. There's been some legalities behind it in recent years because it was such an independent film. Nobody put that together back in the day. Nowadays, with the internet, you would have saw the trailer. That's a Captain Kirk mask. That's got the fucking tag on it still. But yeah.
Why do I see a spread Halloween tag on that fucking mask? What's going on there?
God, I love this mask. It's perfect. But here you go, Darian217. Now you know.
Yeah. So Saturday we'll watch that movie, get drunk, and have a good time at its expense. So,
what time do you guys want to get together?
I'm free all day.
So let's do like 8:30 then. 8:30, you think Eastern Standard or what?
Ooh, you truly want to do it at nighttime, huh?
Yeah, man. It's Halloween.
Okay, I get
Saturday.
Yeah, man.
All right, so what's Saturday 8:30 p.m. then, Nick?
Yeah, let's do it, man. There's no objections. We're all right. It's set in stone now. We're doing it.
I object.
Well, nobody cares what you think.
Yeah, that's fine.
God damn. Oh wait, hold on, Nick. We have a button.
It doesn't matter what you think.
See, The Rock said it better than I did.
Dude, we're gonna talk about The Rock a little bit later on tonight's show. Dion, Kendo, this is a twofer for you guys. This story that we're about to talk about.
Right.
First off, it features Dion's favorite show, Paw Patrol. And secondly, it features Kendo's favorite part of the country. So, Kendo, what is your favorite state to talk about here on this channel?
state of confusion.
Yes, but this man comes from this state.
West Virginia.
Oh God, come on now.
Little further
Florida.
south. There you go. A Florida man was arrested Tuesday, nearly 2 months after a toddler found an unsecured loaded handgun inside a Paw Patrol backpack and accidentally shot and killed his mother while she was on a Zoom call with her coworkers.
Fucking what?
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Deandre Avery, the child's 22-year-old father, faces charges in connections with the killing of Shemaya Lynn, 21, on August 11th at the couple's home in Florida, according to the state attorney's office. He has been charged with manslaughter and failure to securely store a firearm.
Jesus.
He's punishable up to 15 years in prison, 15 years of probation, and a $10,000 fine, according to the state law.
Uh-huh.
This is a weird story.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shit. That is damn.
Is that not the most Florida thing you've heard about all week?
That is definitely the most Florida thing I've heard of.
Yeah, man, that's
That's
crazy.
up there. That's very much up there.
Yeah, do you fear for your safety now, Dion, since Paw Patrol has been linked to a death? Are you like looking over your shoulder?
Listen, I definitely want the Senate to look into this. We need some Senate hearings on the lives and the rays of violent thugs after watching Paw Patrol. Is my kid going to go out and grab a gat and squeeze a chopper on me? I hope not. I hope the Paw Patrol doesn't doesn't show up for that fucking adventure. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
they're at least they are good at crowd control. So if that were to happen, they'd handle the protest.
Oh my God.
it's insane. It's insane, man. I don't even know.
What about the PJ Mask people, Dion? Are you afraid for your safety that they're going to rise up? And
Yeah,
kill
you definitely can't trust a bunch of masked vigilantes, even if they are small children, fuckers. Can't trust them. Lock them all up.
Now, guys, every week it seems like we're talking about a new reboot, a new remake, because Hollywood is morally and creatively bankrupt. And this week is no different. You made the joke in the opening, Dion. I really haven't thought much about this, even though I heard about it earlier in the week. But we have great news, guys. If you grew up in the 90s and you celebrated Christmas, or you were just a child in the 90s, you probably saw Home Alone as a movie, or you probably watched it every year around Christmas and made it a part of your family's tradition. Either way, Home Alone, one of the best movies of the 90s. Great, great Christmas movie. Good news, boys. They're remaking it with this kid.
Yeah. Imagine the same movie, but with British people.
Yeah, that little fat shit couldn't stop the wet.
Is that? I want to know. Are they really British? Is that what's going on?
So the boy and his mother are, but they got Pete Holmes as the dad.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Yeah.
Ellie Kemper and Rob Delaney are two of the... Okay, let's just read this together, folks. We might have an aneurysm on air. We're going to talk a lot about Disney Plus tonight because these people are the fucking worst. But Disney Plus unveiled a look at its upcoming Christmas movie, Home Sweet Home Alone, a reimagining of the Home Alone franchise. The trailer for the reboot introduced a 10-year-old Max Mercer, played by Archie Yates from Jojo Rabbit, who was accidentally left behind while his family travels to Tokyo for the holidays. How updated. At first, Max is delighted to learn that he has the entire house to himself and spends time jumping off a trampoline with a medicine ball. But when two married robbers portrayed by Ellie Kemper and Rob Delaney try to break in, Max crafts a plan. Now, before you guys even comment, let me just say one thing. In 1990, if your parents left you at home and they were on an international flight, you were fucked. In 2021, you have the internet and a smartphone, and the police would be there in minutes. There's no reason that the story of Home Alone could take place. You have no excuse. It's not 30 years ago anymore.
Well, also, he's a little white kid. He's fine. He's all right. He's good. You know,
He's been after.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You know,
Phil Arconis, Ballbag Dancing sounds like a great movie. If only Patrick Swayze was still with us.
R.I.P.
R.I.P., sir. So let's talk a little more about this. The article says, "This is my house. I have to defend it," he says, as he stands in front of a battle plan mapped out in chalk. While his parents try to book a flight home, Max is busy sawing off parts of a ballister, launching billiard balls, and doing anything else he can to drive the thieves away. The comedy also stars Kenan Thompson, Tim Simmons, Pete Holmes, and Chris Parnell.
Jesus.
At least he got work.
Which one?
Well, apparently, the older brother is the cop or something. So that's weird.
Devin Rattray?
Yeah, like because I'm watching the trailer right now, and they showed his face, and I was like, oh, he kind of looks familiar. And then they showed his name, like McAllister. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, it's supposed to be Buzz.
yeah, it's supposed to be Buzz. I'm just like, oh, okay, so that's what's happening. Great, that's awesome.
I'm not
so bad.
Yeah, this is a movie like that. I'm bothered that they're making another Home Alone, but this isn't like Ghostbusters 2016 where it's offensive. You know, it's like damning. Home Alone has been dead for so long. This is just embarrassing.
Yeah.
There's the new house.
Well, someone, and I should have had it in front of me since I bringing it up, but someone on Twitter played the new trailer with the original Home Alone's trailer, and it's literally a shot-for-shot remake. They even copy the fucking original trailer. It's insane. It's now, fucking guys, insane.
I got a really serious question.
Yeah.
If this gets a sequel, will they put Donald Trump in that one too?
I don't think they will.
They better.
I feel like that won't happen.
Who do you think Kevin McAllister could ask? Or sorry, Archie Baldwin or whatever his name was, Archie Goodwin. What could this little kid ask? Who could he ask for directions for when he's lost in New York? Oh, dude.
You know, no. Here's what's going to happen. It's going to be Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. That's what it's going to be.
So what you're telling me is Home Alone.
No. I'm not joking. It's going to happen when this does get a part 2.
That's what I'm saying.
Year.
You joke, but that's probably what's happening. Michelle Obama's probably on the phone right now.
Yeah.
Asking to be in the seat.
On the way.
She's like, I'm taking the private jet. It's happening. Let's do it. It's like, all right.
Are they doing Home Alone 2 Lost in Chicago? Is that the sequel? Like little not Kevin McAllister is stuck in war-torn Chicago on the worst night of the year. Christmas Eve.
No, they're either they're going to copy New York or put him in LA. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, so then Gavin Newsom can tell him where to go.
Exactly.
He sends him to the Nakatomi Plaza.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, kid, go up there. And he blows up and dies. What a great script.
Bruce Willis couldn't save one. He just couldn't save one.
Look, Ellis died. He never got over it. This little kid died. He got over that one.
Yeah, it's like, fuck him.
I mean, whatever. He's just
show him the watch.
He's not Lucy. He's not Jack. I don't care. He never had a third kid, right? Yeah. Jai Courtney was enough.
Yeah, Jai Courtney killed a lot of things. Apparently, that franchise.
Well, you guys want to talk about something that has died but is coming back?
Sure.
Depends on how you mean, I guess.
Well, look, we're not talking about zombies of people. We're talking about zombies of television channels. Guys,
gotcha.
G4 is coming back.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that. They were trying to bring it back. Yep.
So G4, the gaming TV network that NBC Universal shut down in 2013, is coming back to cable. Let's see. It'll arrive on November 16th. At launch, G4 will debut literally on the channel lineups of Comcast and other places you can get it. It also said it will collaborate with Twitch on a multiplayer promotional and commercial partnership through the network's official channel. G4 plans to continue to create platforms to digital content for social media and YouTube, as it has been doing in the months since Comcast Spectator teased its return.
Yeah, the only thing I ask for is fucking leave Olivia Munn off your goddamn platform, please.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I look forward to not watching G4.
Now, hold on a second. I loved G4, but what G4 became when it died was shit. I don't want to watch Kevin Pereira and Olivia Munn smell each other's farts and then watch reruns of Cops and Star Trek The Next Generation. G4 was so ahead of its time. If you go back 20 years to 2001 and you watched all those weird shows, they had the call-in one, the fucking multiplayer MMO one, like all kinds of stuff that we do on YouTube today. G4 did it on television. I hope, look, and I'm being optimistic here. Let's be realistic. G4 can't achieve what it used to. There's nowhere else for it to go and expand. It's just a recognizable brand coming back. But I hope it works because it really was the progenitor of all this shit.
Yeah, didn't they try launching a YouTube channel, but like nobody really gave a shit?
Probably. I mean, it is YouTube.
Yeah, because I could have sworn that like this is like the second announcement I heard about them, because I remember I think last year, 2 years ago, like we're gonna go on YouTube. It's gonna be our own channel for G4. It's gonna be great, and like somebody I guess blew somebody else and somehow got a TV deal. So good for them, I guess. I don't know.
Would you guys like to hear some of the stuff they're bringing to G4 as it launches? Because it sounds kind of interesting.
Okay,
sure.
So first off, they're bringing back Kevin Pereira and Adam Sessler. But the reason I bring up all the hosts is Xavier Woods from the WWE is going to be one of the people on G4 now.
Oh, does Vince get a cut?
Probably. WWE. Dude, did you see? We'll talk about that during the wrestling. We'll talk about that during the wrestling segment. That
Okay, yeah.
Bronson Reed segment. Holy shit. So we also have Attack of the Show, which is coming back. X-Play is coming back. Boosted, which is a weekly esports series. That sounds okay. Sasuke, which is the reruns of 167 episodes of the original Japanese competition series adapted as Ninja Warrior. They're going to license that and bring it back and have previously unavailable seasons, 35, 6, and 7. Then there's ESL Gaming, which will broadcast esports. And then Dungeons & Dragons is getting a limited series on D&D. It'll follow 4 campaigns with a mix of G4 talent, veteran D&D players, and celebrities. So G4 is essentially just going to be what we already do on YouTube, brought out to the masses. Will it work? You will decide.
We'll see.
Damn, man. I don't. I mean, I want it to work. I fucking loved Attack of the Show. You know, I loved watching Olivia Munn on that show too. But it's just, you know, fucking YouTube and Twitch are a thing, man. Like, what? I don't understand. You know what you're gonna do. I know, you know, their YouTube channel wasn't doing terrible. I think no videos broke over 100,000 views, but I would love to see the money behind this. Who's okaying this shit? Because
the same people who put up the money for Quibi.
Shit, if that's the case, they're fucking dead.
Yeah, they put $2 billion in that app for like 7 months, and it bombed horribly. Now you can watch all the shows on like the Roku channel on your Roku. Like that's where it all is now.
Plus, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I got as much love for Wonder Woman, Olivia Munn as everyone does, but it's just like I just don't see it doing. Like you said, it was ahead of its time. Now it's just a remnant of what used to be popular. Like I said, I'm gonna keep up with it. I'm not gonna pay extra for my cable to get it, but damn it, I'm pulling for him.
If it sounds like it's an NBC Universal thing, right? Is that what I said earlier?
Yeah.
So I'm expecting this to pop up on Peacock. Because
let's hope they don't do the thing and make it exclusively only to that app, because that'll kill it immediately.
I agree.
When they do things like that, it just kills that show, you know, hard. So hopefully it's just also on cable and also on the app. You can watch the reruns or whatever and stuff. So, you know, hopefully they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I want it to be successful, but hey, if it sucks, we'll be the first ones. We'll be honest with you, folks. Now, Nick, you were talking about our Twitch presence a little earlier in the Man and Medan. Is there anything game-wise coming out that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I know. What is it? The Dark Pictures anthology. They're doing their third one, or really their fourth one, coming out towards the end of October. I forget what it's called. I have to look it up. I think it's like Ashes to something, but it's basically The Exorcist is what it is. Because they have the little statue of that demon and everything in the trailer. So I'm really looking forward to it.
I've been wanting to play the new Metroid so bad, but I just won't allow myself to. But it looks so fun. I love Metroid. Now, let's take a minute to check in with our audience, because we have a lot of people patiently waiting, but then we're going to get right back to the show. So first off, the stunning and brave Paisley Hidalgo says, The Rock raps now. You guys heard about this?
Yeah, I saw a clip of it.
How was it?
It was very, hey kids, I'm the cool dad. It was enjoyable, but goddamn, dude, I listen. I'm biased as shit, so I loved it, but it had so many dad rock vibes. It wasn't even funny.
I heard about this, that he was rapping with Tech 9, but
Tech 9, really? Jeez.
Now, this isn't the first time The Rock has rapped, though, because technically,
right.
But I mean, here's the thing: if you know Tech 9 and what he does, and you know who he's, you know, his kind of music, that's really interesting, very interesting.
Oh. Well, yeah, if you look up Tech 9's new song, I don't know, just look up. It's called Face Off, featuring Joey Cool, King ISO, and Dwayne Johnson. It really bothers me that he's not called The Rock anymore, but oh well.
Yeah, he's kind of reverted back to the whole Dwayne Johnson thing.
We'll talk about his feud with Vin Diesel in a minute. That'll be fun. We can press the family button. But also, from our friend, the stunning and brave Paisley Hidalgo, he says, Lindsay Lohan sold off a Furiosa NFT and the furry community hates it. You guys heard about this one?
What? One more time?
What? So go again.
So the super chat says, "Oh, here it is. Furries aren't happy, or sorry, the furries aren't here for Lindsay Lohan's Fursona NFT. Lindsay Lohan's had a busy year for someone who's been off screen, blah blah blah. But she tweeted this week, it's official. She's a friend of the cartel. This is the first NFT is minting. What does this mean? I don't even. I know about the cryptocurrency.
So furries are pissed at Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah,
because she
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, because she sold an NFT of art of a fox. It looks like so.
Like, is that a thing? Do furries get outraged on the internet?
Apparently, they do now.
They don't have like dominion over pictures of animals.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do they
gather pictures of animals, but they don't have dominion over them?
I thought the whole point of being a fur is that no one can like see your face. So who's outing themselves as a fur to be like, yo, Lindsay Lohan is fucking up. This is bullshit. Like, there are people that are admitting to doing that on purpose.
Probably.
Apparently, I've known of a couple. I've known of a few people that are very out and proud furries. They talk about how cool and much fun it was, and I don't work with them anymore, so I don't care. But I was just like, that's not a cool thing to brag about, dressing up to be the pupper. Look at this little fox boy. Yeah, no, nobody says that's cool. Just your friends.
Call me Miles Davis.
Yeah, right.
Like, don't get me wrong. It's like, hey, I don't have a problem with furries. It's just one of those things where it's like that. I thought that the world was in agreement of all the things that everyone gets up in arms about. 99% of people are like, yeah, that's kind of weird.
Well, I don't know. Any outrage on Twitter? Apparently, they want more notoriety. That's why they're getting outraged about her selling a fucking NFT art on a platform somewhere. That's what it is.
Well, we gotta look at things to be angry over.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, she needs the money. Let her make some money on the side.
Yeah,
Lord knows she's going to drink it away.
Yeah, or that nose doesn't snort coke on its own. Okay, there has to be funding for that. So
Oh, Samurai Vader has some clarification. NFT sells stolen artwork.
Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, thank you for that. Okay. Yeah. That's been happening lately with the NFT community. I've seen some artwork that's either stolen or forgeries have been happening. Even on the app, I think OpenSea that does the NFT stuff. They had, I think, a leak of emails or a leak of something happening where it wasn't very secure. So I'm all for NFTs and that whole thing, but it's give it another year or two, and I think we'll finally refine it into something profitable, truly profitable. Anyway,
maybe that's the leak that got John Gruden fired. They're like, well, he said these bad things, but he wasn't employed for us. Well, here's a picture of him in a bunny costume banging a rabbit. Oh, okay, never mind. We have to let him go now.
I mean, if there's one guy that would probably do that, it'd probably be John Gruden. I'm gonna go ahead and give him the old 187 trips right, downgrade ZY banana.
Yeah, you want to see this banana? I bet you do. Who's the good pupper?
Ooh. Whatever, folks. We don't kink shame on this channel unless that's your kink. And to answer your question, Miss Ninja Julian, I did forget to mention the listener of the week at the top of the show. I apologize. Shout out to our friend Joseph Davion over in the Facebook group. Your Onion post legitimately broke me. Have you guys heard all the jokes about Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox?
No,
I have not, but I thought you were going to say John Gruden was the listener of the week. I was like, whoa, whoa.
You never know who listens to World Class Bullshitters, folks.
Well, he's got a lot of free time now. It's not like he has to game plan for Sunday right now.
Say what you want. I'm okay if John Gruden doesn't listen to our show, that fucking asshole.
Well, this headline got me. It says, Megan Fox worried Machine Gun Kelly only with her to meet the Transformers. It's hard to feel secure when he spends half the time asking when he's going to meet Bumblebee and Optimus Prime.
Oh my god!
The sad thing is that is a believable story.
Yeah, because if you've ever heard Machine Gun Kelly in an interview, yeah, he sounds like that. He sounds like he's that kind of kid. It's like, oh, that's adorable. You have tattoos and you think you're a grown up.
I saw Machine Gun Kelly perform live once. We booed him. Because Dion, do you remember? You weren't there, Dion. It was right before we started going to WrestleMania. But Machine Gun Kelly played John Cena to the ring when he fought The Rock. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that shit. Well, even as much as I'm mad that I didn't go to that WrestleMania, I'm not mad that I missed that bullshit.
It was great though because as a fan of The Rock, like everybody in that city was like, "Oh shit, The Rock's back in Miami. Let's all go support him." And then like the whole city's dedicated to that. And then you get Machine Gun Kelly who comes out and talks shit to Miami, and everybody boos him over his fucking music. Go back and watch the show, folks. It's out there in the ether. It's a real show. But it was so nice to just boo this guy. He represents John Cena, and they both suck. So there you go, Miss Ninja Julian. That is our listener of the week, because all you got to do is get our attention in a positive way, and you too can be a listener of the week. Now, the Stunning and Brave Paisley Hidalgo also sends in a super chat that asks, have you guys heard of Nestflix?
I'm scared to ask what that is.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared to go to the URL as well. Like I don't
Incognito mode, Nick. Incognito.
No, I'm
no,
here.
man. I got. Listen, Dion. I'm using a VPN and I'm using the Tor browser. Okay, ain't nothing getting through.
Triple protect that bitch.
Yes.
This episode of World Class Bullshitters is brought to you by NordVPN. Use the code.
No, they don't.
WCBS285.
They are not our sponsor.
Look, folks, go to Shop WCBS and pick up a shirt and help support the channel. YouTube.
Pick up a beer glass before we do more drunk commentaries. God damn it, get some of that shit.
Yeah.
Get your beer glasses. Get all of your World Class Bullshitters merch. We're going to have all kinds of special stuff for Christmas, including a High Council shirt that you never have seen before. So be on the lookout for that. But Nestflix is right here. It's a platform for your favorite nested films and TV shows. Fictional movies within a movie? Got them. Fake shows within shows? You bet. Browse our selection of over 500 stories within stories. This is cool. So I'm trying to find out some great fake. Here we go.
They really have Geriatric Park. Oh my god.
Goodwill Hunting too.
Yes, hunting season. Applesauce, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
legitimately
this might
sad that
actually
we
be kinda
never came
cool.
up with this. Yeah, look at their
Oh my God.
Satan's Alley.
Yes.
Jack. 2 hours, 3 movements.
You
This is
make me
awesome.
happy.
Oh my god.
Oh, where was Satan's
So
Alley? There it is.
They show the fake trailers and stuff.
Yes.
I mean, it's got stills from it, and it connects to, you might like Scorcher 6, Scorcher, Simple Jack, The Fatties Fart 2, Tropic Blunder, or Forrest Gump 2, Gump Again.
That is
Hard to watch.
that is hilarious.
Moonquake Lake. Holy shit.
Home for Purim? I understood that reference. The Rural Juror, the story of Rory Journer. All right, Stunning and Brave Paisley Hidalgo, thank you. I'm going to spend so much time just laughing at this website in my free time.
Absolutely.
That is amazing.
Holy shit.
That's fun. You know what we'll do? We'll find a way to talk about Nestflix every once in a while here on the channel.
Oh, definitely.
Now, Kendo, you've been upgraded. Kendo is a fine fellow, says, Kendo, you're okay, I guess. Now, after that, we had our friend S.A. Troubles Away, who says, I'll take a Joe Rogan and a Brie Larson punched in the face, please. You got it. I watched 21 Jump Street last night, and we were talking about how Jonah Hill essentially, honey dicks the girl and treats her like this and that. And I said to Jesse, yeah, that's a valid point, but it's Brie Larson and I don't care. So I like 21 Jump Street, and I like it even more that Brie Larson loses in that movie.
I watched that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, both of them are still funny. Oh man.
God, yeah. So first off, you asked for a Captain Marvel button. I should put these in a new order. Maybe that would help. Also, I think Jesse's the Eagles are scoring, so good for her. But while I'm looking for that number, because they are?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, this one's for you. Here's your
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
It's Mr. Flat Nut to you.
Oh, that'll never get old.
I love. And I did find this. I put it at the top of the list.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
So good.
Fucking Smokey. You ain't been applying yourself, man. TLJ Screwjob says, what gets cured first? Dion's love of Lena Dunham or Dion's love of Dark Fate? Trick question. Neither can be cured.
That is a fact.
I'm not going to hear it from the guy who's just okay, I guess.
Oh,
I got upgraded.
That's fucking fire.
Apparently, I'm fine now.
We're all fine now. How are you?
Yeah.
We're a 5
What's
out
your
of 10
operating?
according. Yeah, let's see. Kendo is a 5 out of 10, says Samurai Vader.
That's okay. The validation of random people on the internet's why I get out of bed in the morning.
That's what success looks like.
Yeah.
So up next was our friend Andrew Clark, who says progress on getting with Aiden Paladin, longtime comic fan, loves horror and is a scientist focusing on media/video games, social science, friends with rags. I need to do more to make that happen. We were just talking off air about some of the stuff we are working on, including Mahler. Talked to Mahler not too long ago. Talked to Eric July. He'll be joining us on a Thursday night. That's rare. Our first guest is going to be Young Ripa. So it'll be a fun show. We'll make sure we announce everything like that. And Andrew, I took a picture to remind myself to look up or to contact her because I would like that. And you guys want that. And that's all that's important. Now, Doug Keller says, don't be a ball bag to South Central. It's a good life advice. Now, Primer, thank you for the generous super chat. I don't know where they can even go with a Home Alone reboot. Kevin defeated the burglars in the first one. Alex defeated the terrorists in the third one. What's next? A kid defending his home from Antifa?
I mean, that would probably be a far more entertaining movie than kid in 2021 gets separated from parents. Suddenly, everyone forgets how to use a fucking cell phone.
Suspension of disbelief. It's the cute, chubby British kid. Come on, give him a chance. He puts cue balls in a fucking airsoft gun and somehow doesn't kill him, and it's the chick from The Office, and somehow Pete Holmes is in this movie, and the fact that he's in it is actually scaring me a lot, and I don't know what to think about that shit. But yes, just give it a chance.
Yo, you know what I would actually prefer? Now, hold on, hear me out for a second. If they were going to do a Home Alone remake, they should have made it a black family and played it up to the nth degree. I would have laughed at that one.
That would have been hilarious.
Do a parody style, like a Wayans Brothers parody of Home Alone. You get
Dude, now that would be good.
Get an adult
that
like
would
Kevin McAllister.
That'd be funny, but also BET would make it like their their Karen movie. So
Yeah, or fucking Tyler Perry Academy Award winner would get his hands on it and go.
He didn't win for a movie.
I mean, it's still an Oscar. A win is a win, bro.
Medea gets left home alone.
Oh God,
this
no,
Christmas.
no! Don't you dare say that! God damn it! Don't you dare say that!
Don't put that bad juju on us.
Look, I'm against elder abuse, but Medea, I'd leave her out in the fucking cold.
Yes, you should. But would you call the all-black reboot Homies Alone?
Yes,
I mean,
it would be Homies
I
Alone.
personally would.
I don't know. Is Kendall allowed to say that? Is that fine? Is that okay?
Yeah, I feel like the
For
word
Disney
homie
Plus,
is
probably not.
transcended.
Yeah.
I feel like it's acceptable lexicon for like everybody these days.
Kendo, do you remember the Homies toys from the early 2000s and the late 90s?
Yes, I have a bunch of them.
They were there were different colored people in that group, so everyone's a homie.
Yeah, they were in those like little quarter machines, and I would buy them with my change every time I went to the store. I still have them all somewhere in like one of those big fucking plastic containers that you get like the potato salad in from the deli. So I have a shitload of those homies somewhere.
So Zario Japan, thank you very much. The reason we didn't read yours first is because the thing loaded with the stunning and brave Paisley Hidalgo, but thank you for reminding me. He says, stemming from the High Council on Tuesday, Jeff, can I request buttons? BJF69 and a buffalo or a button Twinkie. Sorry, Dion. Yes, you can, says Zario
Fuck,
Japan.
man.
We were going to have some Buffalo Jeff buttons for tonight's show, but I've been fulfilling orders and excited about other stuff, so I didn't get a chance. But Dion, next week you better pucker your butthole because there could be a Buffalo Jeff button.
Ugh.
There isn't a show next week.
My secret button. Lucky you.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
I can say anything I want as Buffalo Jeff. The buttons just make it quicker.
Just
That is true.
that makes me so uncomfortable.
And that's my goal in life.
Yeah, I have to be careful. Sometimes when I talk to Jesse, I accidentally use that voice and it makes me uncomfortable. It's like, you don't want to tell your girlfriend some things as Buffalo Jeff or change your dynamic.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to hear what you be whispering in her little eardrums with that fucking voice.
Yeah, Jeff just creeps into the kitchen. He's like, "Can you give me some potato chips?" He's like, quit it, fucking quit it.
He's like,
I
he's
only
just like,
eat
hey,
bagel chips.
listen, bro, you want to go upstairs and make a clap for a real one? No.
There's no clapping if you don't have any hands.
No.
Okay.
That just got a little weird.
Oh, it's Buffalo Jeff, bro. What do you expect?
Well, that's
Now,
true.
Doug Keller can make it even weirder. Honey, I shrunk the ball bags. Wag the ball bag.
Yikes.
Do you think she stays with Wayne after he shrank the ball bag?
Yeah, I mean, he's already short. You got a couple kids out of him. Slap him around a little bit. Have some good times for the next 15 years.
And yeah, folks, there is no show. That was just a joke to relax Dion. Next week's my birthday. It's official. Technically, next week would be the channel's 6th birthday. We launched on Back to the Future Day, October 21st, 2015. It was an awesome
Send us
time.
presents.
Send us back to the future.
Baby. Phil's going to kindergarten.
Dude, did you see the Hot Toys released new Back to the Future stuff?
Yep.
I'm not going to commit because I just don't care enough about Back to the Future 3. They announced Back to the Future 3, Marty and Doc, and they look awesome. But they finally announced a 1985 Doc. So I did pre-order that one. But there's only one problem, guys. If you're a toy collector, we have officially hit the COVID delay. I know we're so deep into it, we thought it was over. That toy, I've never pre-ordered something that's going to come out March early, so far away. This doesn't come out till March 2023. Normally you buy this shit 6 to 8 months out. But I also, the reason I brought this up too for our other collector fans or friends is be prepared to have a lot of your favorite shit delayed. I bought myself for my birthday that 3-0 Power Rangers set, and if you're a collector, you know what it is. I got a great announcement today, guys. Hasbro says, hey, Jeff, your package that was slated for November 1st will be here in January. So, yay me. Love Hasbro.
Yeah, no, I still haven't gotten my Iron Man, and I'm totally assuming that my Wolverine doesn't show up till 2022.
Which Iron Man? Which Wolverine?
It's probably sitting in that ship off the coast of California. So you know.
The mission is mine. I'll get my Iron Man.
Yeah, you gotta go out there in your black gear and just go through every single ship, every cargo container, try to find it.
Hey, who left the fridge open?
Do you have the baby with you?
Yep.
I love that movie.
Oh my god,
dude. Dion, I've been so into this fucking Silver Centurion armor figure Joel sent me. I went back and read the origin of the armor.
That's awesome, dude. I love when that shit happens. It makes you go back and read it. That's so great.
Guess what I learned, though? This is why I set this up. I was 3 days ago years old when I learned that the movie Iron Man is based off a very specific comic book. I never read the book. But almost the entire end of Iron Man is based off of Iron Man 200. It's like 1-to-1 where Obadiah Stane had taken over fucking Stark Industries and everyone's running away. It's a really good comic that was adapted into a better movie. And I want to recommend that this week, folks. If you have a way to read Iron Man number 200, which is the first appearance of the Silver Centurion armor, go read it. It's really good. Iron Man issue number 300, where he gets the modular suit armor, isn't as good. It's a better suit of armor, in my opinion, but the story from 200 is awesome. So that is Jeff's recommendation this week. Dion, I'll send you a link if you're interested.
For sure, man. Yeah, I'll look for it too, man. Get it on our little site, son.
You know, I'm always about like supporting art, but like Marvel stuff, I'm just like, I can't buy your new shit. So I don't buy anything.
For sure.
TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much for your super chat. New Halloween. I don't want to see it based off the trailer. The opposite of what they want. The firefighters just stand there as Michael Myers walks up. Nick, you saw that scene. I thought it looked pretty weak. What did you think?
I mean, it seems like everybody who wants to see it is like, you know, is all excited for it. Like, oh my god, he kills firefighters, and they're, you know, like it's brutal, it's crazy, it's awesome. Just like, yeah, so like it's. And then some people are offended by it because he's killing firefighters. I got really pissed off about that. But you know, that's what's happening. That's what happens these days. Like everybody, you can't please everybody, and someone's gonna get offended.
But
I mean, I thought it was okay.
Position.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was okay. It's fine, whatever. Like it's you know, but I once again, I don't care for it. 2018 was a massive honey dick, and I don't care for the other two coming out from fucking Blumhouse. So
that's what I'm gonna spend my Saturday morning doing. As watching Halloween 2018 to get prepared for this new stream, so I at least know what to talk about. Because that last thing I can do is go, wait, what happened in the last one? Because that'd be a boring ass show.
Yeah,
we had podcasters and we had Kmart, Dr. Loomis,
and that's about it.
And we had really irritating teenagers, except for like the little relationship between the cute black kid and his white babysitter. That one was actually the best part of the whole movie. They had a real thing going on. They knew each other. It felt authentic. Best part of the whole movie.
Yeah, that scene and the one that dovetailed into that, where Michael Myers went through the neighborhood and killed everybody to the awesome music. That to me, that's that whole movie. Josh our podcast said it best. That's that whole movie. That one scene. That's the only reason.
Because that's because it's a one shot. It takes you a minute to realize it, but it's like a whole one shot where like you just follow him. The camera follows him, and you see the three kids with the fucking the silver shamrock masks on because haha nostalgia. Callback. Hope you like it, and you see that, and then there's a whole like one shot thing, and then they have the big window of the house where he like goes to the back and kills the girl there and then leaves, and it's a whole and then there's a baby there. It's like, will he do it? Won't he do it? And then the movie goes on.
Guys, have you heard about the change.org petition? Remove the slaughtering of firefighters from Halloween Kills movie.
No, but I mean, I kind of saw that coming.
No, okay. So I learned about that from our favorite website, our favorite Facebook group that I had convinced that I was able to watch the movie already because of a special code I got from Peacock.
Oh my God, you did?
Yeah, those people are fucking dumb.
Oh my God, I love that so much. I love that so much.
They were like, "Where's the link? Where's the link?" Blah blah blah. And this guy's fucking lying. I'm like, "Yep, good job." Because these people actually went to Peacock and dedicated time to try to find that special code. Dipshits. Anyway,
dude, that was you know what? No. You're glossing over something that you should be fucking proud of, sir. You tricked all those fucking idiots to go look for a code for like 30 minutes that doesn't exist at all.
Yeah, I know, but I haven't done it in a while. I have more fun fucking aggravating, people from Asia about Roman Reigns. But
that's true.
I've taken a lot of time away from it. Anyway, so the petitions somebody started a petition to get him to take the scene out where he massacres the firefighters. But then, because people were so butthurt about that, they started a counter petition to shut down that petition to keep that scene in the movie. So in other words, there's a whole lot of people wasting a whole lot of fucking time.
Oh my God, that sounds horrible all around.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm angry about this scene, and I'm angry that they made a petition to try to take it out. I'm going to create a counter petition.
Look, I get that people want to say, "Hey, we respect the men and women who put their lives on the line to save us." I get that respect in the real world. This is a fucking movie. All right? I don't care who gets killed in these movies. Cops, firefighters, the teacher, the guy who trims the tree, the chick at the fucking European wax place. I don't care. Michael Myers kills indiscriminately. He wipes you away.
I would like to say and take this opportunity to say that I've created a petition to have most of the cop killings taken out of the movie Heat because, we can't have that.
I was gonna say that we started a petition for the cops getting killed in Halloween 2018.
Yeah. What about all those paramedics that Michael Myers has killed over the years?
Yeah, those innocent paramedics.
Yeah,
he faked his death with one. Duh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh man, it's just people are fucking stupid.
Now,
of all the things to complain about.
Well, I mean, it's 2021. There's not like real problems going on in the world, right?
We've solved every real world problem.
Have we though?
Thank you, Twitter.
That's for all of us here. I'm patting myself on the back too, if you can hear it, folks. We did it. We landed on the moon. Now we solved all of humanity's problems.
Yep.
We're going to read a few more, and then we're going to jump right back into the show. Doug Keller, thank you very much. Halloween season of the ball bag. Hunt for the red ball bag. I don't know if we can say that anymore, but back to the season of the ball bag. I showed Jesse Halloween 3 Season of the Witch this week. It was a fun excuse to watch it again. Nick, I don't know what your TV setup is at home, but if you got a nice 4K player, you got to get the new version of Season of the Witch. It looks really fucking good. I've never seen the movie look that good before.
Oh my. See, the thing is that like I'm really comfortable with Blu-ray right now. I'm very comfortable with Blu-ray. Like I really do like Blu-ray. I don't want to have to rebuy stuff again, and that's
fair.
Like, and you with your constant reviews of how good it looks, that's not helping me at all. So like
Well,
I'm fighting the urge not to buy a big ass like a nice 4K TV and a whole fucking setup. Like I'm really fighting.
Nick,
you're a month away from Black Friday. Buy that shit. You deserve it.
Oh, God damn
right?
it.
I mean, 4K, dude. Think about it. Video games in 4K, Ghostbusters, the original in 4K. I mean, Batman in 4K. There's all these amazing movies that are going to look even better. So just go ahead and take your Blu-rays and crumple them up, stick them straight up your ass, and hobble down to the store and buy yourself a fucking TV and a 4K player. You know you want to.
I fucking hate you so much, Kendo. I really do.
Now, Nick, in my defense, I never owned Halloween 3 prior to this release. It was always a movie that I either had access to from you or I could find it on Plex, but this was the first time I pulled the trigger to buy the film. So I don't feel as guilty, but I own like 18 copies of the first Halloween, so I can't be stopped. And then finally, while we're on the topic of Michael Myers, from Thomas Fenton, they'll have Michael Myers come out as gay and show him as he attempts to spread the world of his shank shaft to pop some little toy ball bags. What?
I feel like that's probably already a porn parody movie.
Oh,
yeah. Michael Myers, a XXX parody.
Yeah.
Ew.
If not, I'm making it.
Make sure he and Lori do not share a scene together, though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I hate to tell you this, Jeff, but that kind of stuff's kind of popular on the PH.
Well,
I'm well aware, and it makes me uncomfortable.
I completely understand, but that's usually one of the higher.
Just
higher categories
film
on there.
Lori walking in on him plowing Loomis.
I'll tell you what. I'll change Loomis into a hot older white woman. Okay, then we'll be fine.
Oh, now who's gender swapping, Nick? You hypocrite!
It's a porn parody. All right, you can take a lot of liberties with that shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's an understatement.
We'll call it that.
Okay.
So, okay. We'll get back to everything in a moment. Okay, we'll read one more because I actually want to talk about William Shatner next. So, Cesare Japan said, George Takei called William Shatner an unfit guinea pig after his historic spaceflight. He couldn't give Shatner a boilerplate congratulations like everyone else does, and nobody notices. Let's start.
I heard. I read that, and that was like the bitchiest thing he's ever said. I thought it was hilarious.
So, folks,
listen, I mean, true hate goes. Listen, if you can hold on to a grudge that long, listen. I thought that they had buried the hatchet at his roast, but you know, hey, I can at least respect some of us. Like, listen, I hate you. All my homies hate you. I ain't never gonna not hate you. As a matter of fact, whenever you do something cool, I'm still gonna hate your ass. And I gotta say, hey, I mean, George Takei, hey, if you can stay that bitchy, I mean, you deserve it. Shit.
Yeah.
I didn't really see George. I didn't see George Takei's comments. I was taken aback by Jeff Bezos' douchiness, but let's start at the beginning of this story for those who are listening. So, folks, in the greatest example of life imitating art, Captain Kirk went to space. Now, we're a Star Wars show. We're not really a Star Trek show. Some of us love Star Trek. We respect it, but you know, Star Wars tends to be the WCBS wheelhouse. Now, Dion is a huge Star Trek fan, and it was even, dude, you know how I don't put Star Trek to the level you do. But I got to say it like this. This was one of the coolest things we got to see because, like I said, it's life imitating art. Never in a million years did you think Harrison Ford would go to space and do the shit like in Star Wars. But William Shatner has, you know, he's gone where other men have gone before. But it was fucking cool. It was a big deal. I remember going to bed the night before saying, hey, William Shatner goes into space tomorrow. I thought it was neat. What did you guys think?
I loved it, man. I was like, Kirk is by far his greatest character, and to hear that Captain Kirk got to go in space before he died, that's just so goddamn cool. I ate it up, man. I'm not gonna lie, I ate it up and to see him in the fucking jumpsuit and stuff. Like, listen, you know, fuck Bezos. He's got people peeing in bottles at some of the facilities, but goddamn it, he took Kirk into space. He's bought himself some time in my book.
Oh, I do love how, like, after Elon Musk is like, fuck you and that British bastard, I'm putting 4 civilians in a rocket, putting them around the earth for 3 days, and then bringing them back safely. Fuck you all, and he did it. And Bezos is like, all right, I got you. Checkmate, motherfucker. I got William Shatner, 90-year-old fucking actor. Gonna shoot his ass into space for 3 minutes and bring it back down.
I just want to say to any rich industrialist future celebrity out there that wants to send 4 willing test subjects into space, we will go. Now, guys, that could be this is not our next comic, Wokebusters is, but imagine a comic where the 4 of us go to outer space, we get hit by cosmic rays, and we come back to Earth and die of cancer. What does that think?
Oh,
God.
Ooh.
Oh God.
I mean, I feel like you kind of gave away the big twist ending.
Erections or something?
Okay, calm down, M. Night
Hey, I
Shyamalan.
mean, that could have been
Jesus.
the big twist ending. You could have just been like, we go to space and we get hit by cosmic rays, see what happens, and everyone's like, oh, they're gonna get superpowers. No, we're dead. That would.
By the time the comic comes out, everyone will have forgotten this joke, and the twist will still work.
That's
Yeah,
true.
well, that's
How the
fair.
internet
That's
is,
fair.
dude. Come on. Now, to the William Shatner comment, though, or this is what I heard, and we'll talk about George Takei stuff. William Shatner fans hit out at Jeff Bezos for interrupting his emotional space speech to spray champagne. I watched this clip. It pissed me off because William Shatner comes back. I went to outer space. He was having a moment. I don't know how he is as a person. He could be kind of douchey to fans. I don't really know. But he seems to treat this with the gravitas it deserved. And then Jeff Bezos' rich ass comes out. Hold on, I'm going to let you finish, but here's some champagne. Like, who gives a fuck about your shitty champagne, dude? We care about Captain Kirk's speech, not your fucking liquid that you spent way too much money on. Get me my packages on time. I don't give a fuck about your champagne.
It was like ultimate douchey Bezos. Like, hey, the world, all these people that know him for this thing are excited to see what he finally has to say. This dude he's gonna experience this joyous moment. Psych, bitch! I got my fucking crystal in space. I'm Jeff Bezos. Like that's just like that's one of the greatest heel moves of all fucking time, man.
It
was something. So
funny. Just so
What
funny.
do you-
He's just like, yo, fuck you and what you believe in, baby. Krista, I'm in space, bitch. I'm a Chappelle Show fucking skit. Come to life. I'm Jeff Bezos.
we should
really
bring back
is,
the
isn't
Player
he?
Haters Club, Dion.
We absolutely 100%. We will be the new chairman of the Player Haters Club, starting with Jeff Bezos.
Deal.
Dude may be a billionaire, but it looks like he knows what a urinal cake tastes like.
Now, let's talk about George Takei. Guys, before we actually talk about this topic, who is your favorite crew member on Star Trek? You can include the captain if you want. Who's your favorite OG Star Trek member? Dion, you go first.
Definitely Kirk.
Kirk? Nick?
Spock. Fucking love Spock.
Kendo?
I've watched all of about 5 minutes of old original Star Trek, so I'm going to say the ship.
Perfect. I'm torn between Kirk and Spock. I want to throw some love for McCoy as well. That's just a perfect dynamic. But George Takei has taken his Star Trek role and run with it forever. I mean, he really is either, you know him as George Takei or Sulu. He's never had a real career outside of, once he figured out how to make money on being himself and saying, oh my, like that's it. That's all his career is. William Shatner could be typecast as Captain Kirk if you want, but he's done a ton of shit. TJ Hooker, The Twilight Zone. I mean, before he was Captain Kirk, he had done recognizable, notable stuff. And to be fair, George Takei was on The Twilight Zone in the worst episode ever. But I don't know why they hate each other, but let's read about what went down. So George Takei disses William Shatner's trip to space. He's boldly going where other people have gone before. Wow, that's a really great joke, George. But why aren't you in outer space? You're the navigator. George Takei and William Shatner's decade-long feud continues. Takei threw shade at his former Star Trek co-star following Shatner's historic trip to space. When asked by Page 6 what he thought about Shatner's ride on Blue Origin, Takei quipped he's boldly going where other people have gone before. He's a guinea pig, 90 years old, and it's important to find out what happens, Takei, 84 added. The actors starred together on the original 1966 Star Trek. So a 90-year-old is going to get... So the 90-year-old is going to show a great deal more on the wear and tear of the human body, so he'll be a good specimen to study, Takei continued, although he's not the fittest specimen of 90 years old, so he'll be a specimen that's unfit. Shatner is well aware that his age made him the oldest person ever to go into space on Wednesday. He says, I had to walk up to that platform. I was exhausted. My muscles hurt from all this training, and I'm aching. I was in pain, the actor quipped on Thursday morning's CBS. And I'm up there saying, holy shit, I'm 90. So... yeah, George Takei, super bitchy, guys.
Yeah, that's just, I mean, not a great look, but listen, there's a very short list of motherfuckers that I will hate until the end of my days. So, I mean, sometimes you just don't like a motherfucker. It doesn't matter what they do. And clearly, my boy Sulu he just cannot stand the captain. So, I mean, hey, I get it. Sometimes you just hate a motherfucker's guts. And just it's easier to hold on to it than to let it go. And apparently Shatner was really an asshole to him, but he was an asshole to everybody. Does it warrant this long of a hatred, especially when the dude finally goes in space? No, but like I said, I think we can all empathize with there are some people where it's just like, I hate that motherfucker and he hates me. I don't give a fuck what he does. He could win the Nobel Peace Prize. I'm still first in line to whoop that ass. And Sulu has held on to that shit till today.
But like his comments were so bitchy and so hilarious.
They were.
He's like 90-year-old guinea pig, boldly going. Everybody's gone before. I was just like, God damn, Sulu, shit, man.
Yeah.
Now, guys,
like, yo, fuck you.
Yeah,
we're gonna keep this show outer space themed for a moment because, well, we're gonna talk about something incredibly important. Now,
oh god,
on the show we joke about political correctness. We joke about everything. But at the end of the day, humanity is important. And when people are out there championing a good cause, we here at World Class Bullshitters are always going to back that. So let's talk about this because this is incredibly important. I want to show some respect for one person out there. Demi Lovato is standing up for extraterrestrials.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
The singer and actor who identifies as non-binary has adopted.
Non-binary.
She's probably not Barry either.
She definitely
I am not Barry.
That's
I
my new
am not
identity.
Barry.
I identify as not Barry.
Not Barry. Is it like
God
Frank
damn
Barry?
it.
Yeah.
So,
that's still a Barry. She doesn't identify as that.
Oh, she has a show titled Unidentified with Demi Lovato, which they explore what life may be like beyond this planet. In an interview with Pedestrian, Lovato explained that they do not believe that beings from another planet mean harm to humans. She's quoted as saying, I really think that if there was anything going on out there that we would want to do that to us, it would have to have happened by now, they said. But sorry, but I think that we have to stop calling them aliens because aliens is a derogatory term for anything. That's why I like to call them ETs. This person is famous and has a TV show and a haircut like this. Now,
have you seen the trailer for that show?
No, no.
It is so goddamn hilarious that it is a real show that Peacock is putting real money into. It's fucking hilarious. She even calls her, even though now we know that she's non-Barry, she calls herself like an alien. She calls herself an alien activist.
Yep.
Oh,
it's so, and listen, people who go through traumatic mental experiences, I feel for you. I'm empathetic. But come on, people. We can all look at non-Barry and laugh because it is fucking hilarious.
Now,
holy
maybe
shit!
Yeah,
it was on. I
just
saw it on Twitter, and everyone was like, "Yo, Peacock, what the fuck?" It was hilarious. It's a real thing.
Maybe
I
she has had contact with the aliens, and they told her. I mean, the ETs. I'm sorry, and they told her that they were offended and pissed at the people of Earth for calling them that, and that's why they're going to attack. But now that she's one of the good ones, she for one welcomes our new ET overlords, and they will spare her.
Listen, I am 100% in with my other non-berries out there trying to make the world a better place. Let's all do it together. At the same time, there's a literal clip on this trailer for her show where they go out to this like ranch or something. And they're trying to make it like they're, they got the fucking light is down, the night vision's on the camera, and they're like, hey, Demi is here, say hello. And it's like some dude under the balcony goes, hello. And she goes, ah, ah! It is the funniest fucking thing ever.
There's
just a dude under the porch says hello, and she acts like it's a fucking alien speaking.
Dion, I'm under your porch.
Oh my god! If you were to do that, not that though, not that. I'm non-Barry, so you have to respect me. But it is No, that's a Barry thing to do. I'm non-Barry, but it is so goddamn. This is a real. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was Demi like, oh, I'm coming back. I thought it was a sketch show. It's real. It's now fucking real.
Well, okay, and then you said something about her trauma. It's like, yeah, that sucks that she's gone through that, but also that she has publicists and people who are like, yeah, you shouldn't do this, and what you just said is really dumb, and like you know, and it's one of those things where it's like Hollywood, people apparently really love to keep their job as well. We're getting shitty entertainment, so somebody's like, yeah, just say that, that's fine. I'm sure she cleared it with somebody. She's like, does it make sense? And they're like, yep, totally. Just go with it.
Well, guys,
don't tell anybody else. It'll be our secret, but it'll be a very culturally shocking thing to say, and people will really dig it. And
the non-Barry struggle is real.
It is. No, but
she's very brave for all the other
hold
non-Barrys.
On. You guys can take all the pot shots. You can take all the pot shots you wanted her, but they don't amount to what Neil deGrasse Tyson is saying. So Neil deGrasse Tyson has
he's also non-Barry.
He is true. But he has responded to Demi Lovato, claiming that calling extraterrestrials aliens is derogatory by telling the singer that aliens have no feelings.
Also, you know what?
What conversation are we fucking having right now?
Can you be derogatory towards something that may or may not exist?
I guess you can. We're so worried about people's feelings and being non-berries that we have to worry about things that aren't fucking real. So the
that'd be like insulting ghosts, and somebody's like, "You can't do that. That's offensive to the ghost." Be like, bitch, they don't exist.
Oh God. Well, also, I love how Neil deGrasse Tyson, after he got investigated, he's been a lot like more combative.
Like, what did he get investigated for?
Sexual harassment.
I really don't know.
Like that.
Being a Barry in a non-Barry world.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. There were some allegations against him for some stuff, and he got investigated for like 6 weeks straight, and it came out that he was fine. But that investigation apparently really fucked with him because I remember he did Joe Rogan after that, and he was like really combative, more so than normal with Joe Rogan. I'm just like, dude, you're in his podcast right now. He calmed down. He's asking questions, man. Jeez, like there was a turn in his behavior. I was like, wow, this really affected you.
He keeps cutting Rogan off, and you can see Joe clearly getting pissed off by it. It's Neil. I mean, and apparently he was always kind of an asshole, but yeah, I just think it's hilarious that he feels the need to respond to Miss Non-Barry about alien feelings. Like,
well, everybody knows the best thing to do whenever you go on somebody's podcast as a guest is to be a belligerent dick and not let them get the words out. I mean,
well, because but before like when he was on there, he would listen to his question and then be like he'd be like a teacher. It's like, well, what you're asking is this, and this means something different, and like he would be very like teacher-esque about it, and like tell them what these things mean, what actually these things do. But now he's just like, you're wrong, and here's my answer because I'm smarter than you. And I'm just like, geez, calm down, dude. We get it.
Well, maybe he's no longer Barry. Maybe he's now a Barry, and the Berries are just assholes.
He's very pissed off.
Man. He's very pissed off.
God damn it. This is going to be a shirt in our shop, isn't it now?
I was about to
say, Barry, yeah.
Send me the thing I identify as non-Barry. We'll have that as a shirt for next
and then we'll
week.
just put a picture of Barry Sanders on it.
Hey.
No, Dion, that's respectful because none of us, not even anyone living today in the NFL, will ever be Barry Sanders.
Okay, I can respect that.
He's the fucking greatest running back of all time. None of us are going to be Barry.
So let's talk about the two guys that are on screen. We have buttons for The Rock. We have buttons for Vin Diesel. Apparently, okay, fine. I'll just say it like this. They hate each other. We've heard about the feud publicly. But Dion, you know how I always talk about our neighbor? My neighbor that I tell you works wherever? He told me this story. He told me this story months ago. This is hilarious how, like, this is, I'll only talk about what they're talking about publicly, but it's so funny. Like, all this shit. And if you notice too, the Fast and the Furious franchise is essentially dead. There's no interest in it anymore. Did you guys watch the 9th one?
No.
I tried.
That bad?
It's that bad.
Damn.
Now, let me get a good little thing to bounce off of. But Dwayne Johnson meant what he said about Vin Diesel. So we're all fans of The Rock. He's cool. But Vin Diesel may have viewed his highly publicized feud with The Rock as a bit of tough love, but Johnson is not backing down from what he said. In a new cover story for Vanity Fair, The Rock talked about the role he played in the conflict. So in 2016, he was posting on Instagram, and he posted, "Some male co-stars conduct themselves as stand-up men and true professionals, while others don't," Johnson wrote at the time, leading to speculation he was talking about Vin Diesel. "It caused a firestorm," The Rock said. "Yet, interestingly enough, it was as if every single crew member found their way to me and either quietly thanked me or sent me a note," The Rock told Vanity Fair. "But it wasn't my best day," he said, stating that, "I shouldn't have said that because at the end of the day, it goes against my DNA." So what do you think about this? I find it funny, to be completely honest.
It's hilarious.
Mr. Vin Diesel, the star of Family, the family man himself, got really upset that somebody stole his thunder. Another bald guy came in and said, "Look, I'm going to do what you do." And he couldn't handle it.
Plus, I think, the big thing being that, Vin Diesel has always seen himself as this artiste. He was, super involved in the continuation of the Riddick franchise. He was, he took that really dramatic turn in his career in the early mid 2000s super seriously, and he did, knock around guys and The Man Apart and all that stuff, and they're really good. And then obviously with the whole Fast and Furious thing, for him to come back and he would be doing the goddamn press junkets to talk about it. Really is about family and all this other bullshit. So I think it's just funny how he takes himself way too fucking seriously, while you've got The Rock, or Dwayne, as Punk would say, who's a lot while he's professional, he understands what he's doing, and it's just so funny that those dudes just don't get along. They just do not fucking get along. And it's just funny that, we were in college when this shit started with Fast Five. They're just, rumors of tension between them. And, they were supposed to be, the next Riggs and Murtaugh. And it's just hilarious that fucking Vin Diesel and The Rock, these two motherfuckers really from our childhoods, just can't get along. And they're in a $1 billion franchise. And it's, oh my God, the universe has the greatest sense of fucking humor.
Yeah, dude, it's hilarious. But also, like, Vin Diesel, you kind of have to, thank and say sorry to Paul Walker, because had he not, died, you wouldn't have had the Family franchise, because it was supposed to go with him, being, I think it was supposed to continue with him being like a government agent and catching smugglers, people, selling TVs, VCRs, and shit still. So it would have still gone on with that, but then it became Family, the movies, because he died. So
I don't know what to say about Fast and Furious anymore.
It's just a thing now.
They went to space, man. They went to space with like fucking Tyrese and Ludacris were in space to stop a satellite for some fucking reason. Who knows? Who cares?
Did they really go into space in 9?
Yes, they did.
For real?
For real.
God damn, man. It is hilarious watching the film equivalent of Call of Duty. Like, that's just fucking awesome.
Yeah,
so fun.
And apparently like Kurt Russell worked for some like super secret agency that doesn't have a name or 3 letters or anything like that, and he called these people from California who were really somewhat good drivers to help him battle some bad guys that were going to take over the world. I'm just like, really? That's the premise of these movies now? All these people are supposed to be like broke dick James Bonds or something? Like, come on, man. Come on.
Look, when the world's in danger, of course you're going to hire Tyrese and Ludacris to save the world.
That's true.
It used to be a
Let's
street
rock,
racer.
baby.
I mean, if there are white women involved, then yeah, of course I will.
Are there any white women involved, though?
Charlize Theron's in 9, right?
There she is.
Yeah, but she's got that bull haircut, so she just kind of looks whatever.
So is John Cena. John Cena's in part 9 as well.
Yeah, wasn't he his brother?
Yeah. He's Dominic Toretto's. He's Vin Diesel's brother in the fucking movie.
I wonder if Vin Diesel and John Cena secretly just sat around and talked shit about The Rock all day.
They probably did. They probably did.
They had to.
Yeah,
because I'm sure John Cena's like, man, I was a wrestler too, and I started around the same time, and I'm not as famous as he is yet. But I'm working on it. I'm every day working on it. I swear.
Oh God. So let's, in honor of Vin Diesel, let's talk about
what's real It's family.
Oh God.
Now let's
Yeah, that
talk
reminds
about
me
a
of the fucking
man.
Universal ride, man.
Oh, you wrote it?
I have.
Oh yeah, I wrote it 2 times when
Oh my
Hillary and I went, and then we took Diane this past February, and we made her ride it.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever been to Universal in the past, like let's say 10 years or something like that, and you rode the earthquake ride, they've just taken that earthquake like thing off of it, kept the track and everything the same, and somehow inserted Fast and Furious into it. It is fucking hilarious. It is so bad. It is bad to the point of it being like, really, we're doing this now. Like it's
fucking Shaw's there, and he's just like, "I'll get you, Toretto," as his car crashes and shit.
Yeah, and like the animations they have like on the sides of you on like while you're going through this thing look like GTA like animations. It's crazy.
You gotta go
semis and fucking. Well, Dom always says, "You guys aren't just our guests; you're family."
Yeah, that's what they say at the end. It's so fucked up.
So Dion, when you come to visit me, you'll have to ride the version out here at the one at Universal Hollywood, because you don't go to a ride. What you do is you take this thing called the lot tour, and you drive around the Universal lot, and then they drive you through it at the end after you do all the other shit, and you do the King Kong ride at the same time too. But
that's dope. I can't wait.
Let's come check it out. You also get to go see the fake shark from Jaws, so it's kind of a cool experience.
Oh yeah, what's his name? His name's Barry too, isn't it?
No, it's Bruce. It's Bruce.
Bruce. My bad. I thought that he was a Barry, and then the rest of us are non Barry.
No, Marvin Barry is the only Barry we're going to talk about.
Barry. And the Starlighters, they're non-Barry.
Yeah. Now, Dion, you'll want to re-ride the Fast and the Furious ride out here for one specific reason. You know why?
What?
Because after you ride the Fast and Furious part, you go into the fucking space thing from Beverly Hills Cop 3. Remember the laser ride where all the water and shit?
Oh, shit, with the Cylons?
Yeah. Yeah, when you ride that at Universal out here, you do all of the shit, and then you go and you experience that at the end. It's really fucking weird, but
that's awesome.
We'll have fun. Bruce, Barry, you're right. I ride quads, bro. Same difference. So, let's see. We're talking about family, the meaning of family. Let's talk about a guy who doesn't have a family. Batman. We all love Batman, right?
Damn.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear the news about DC fandom this week? There's a new Batman trailer.
Not really.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Now look, we can look at 6 seconds of footage together. Ready?
Not a single.
It's not just a signal. It's a warning.
Oh my God. It's not just a signal, it's a warning.
It's not a signal.
Listen.
Hang on, I gotta go get new pants.
Yeah.
Dude, quit eating Chipotle.
I can't wait to. I'm not prescribing it's gonna be bad, but god damn it, man! This clown show. Like listen, Bat Pat, I'm in your corner, man. But shit like this, come on. Someone wrote this shit. It's not just a signal; it's a warning.
Yeah, it's a warning that the movie's gonna suck.
Yeah, and actually, if you go on I think if you go on some of the Lego stuff on Instagram, they're showing all the sets that are coming out for him that show you what's gonna happen in the movie. Like his car's coming out. Like they have various versions of his car that they're trying to sell through Lego. I'm like, nobody's gonna buy this. Nobody wants this.
Oh, there will be somebody that buys it.
Let's look at some of it real quick. Okay. Ooh. Okay. You can get the big Lego Batmobile, or you can get the Penguin Chase. And here's what the Batcave's gonna look like. I love merchandise for many reasons. But oh no, wait, this is the Riddler's hideout. Let's take a look at the Riddler's hideout.
Ooh,
you guys ready?
Diddler.
Let's do it.
Adama, thank you very much. I read the super chats all in order, but I wanted to thank you for your very nice one. He says, "Hey everyone, I hope all is well. Jeff, I got my copy of Stealing Solo. I thoroughly enjoyed the book. I can't wait to see what you guys do next." Thank you. Wokebusters is next, Adama. Hopefully you guys like that one too. But I appreciate the compliment. This has been a fun experience. I'm not going to act like it's been this, oh, it's terrible, blah, blah. No, it's great. It's awesome. I always wanted to be a comic book artist, and I can because of you guys, so thank you. and just be on the lookout. Now that I figured out the system, I got all the equipment, full business now. So thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoy all the stuff, and let me know what you think. Now let's talk about the Bat Cave. Here we go, guys. Here is the Bat Cave set. So this is officially the Bat Cave. What do you guys think?
I mean,
it looks awfully
pretty
small.
reminiscent of the shit that we had as kids and the shit that they got now. But
Why has he got the fucking Hill Valley clock tower thing going on?
That's a plot point. It looks like Batman operates out of an old train station.
Yeah, Wayne
Terminus.
Terminus? Okay.
Yeah.
And he's got like what looks like 4 screens. Like he's got one on the side there, I guess, for porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a map of Gotham. He's got his little motorcycle. There's our first look at the Bruce Wayne Lego. We also have Black Commissioner Gordon, Batman, Demi Lovato Catwoman, and I guess this is the Riddler with his face covered up. He looks like the Zodiac Killer. I don't know who this man is. Is that Alfred?
I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't seen Andy Serkis as Alfred, right? So it's confirmed Alfred has a beard in this movie.
Yeah.
That looks like the stage setup for like a rock concert.
It kind of does. I mean, okay, here's how it works then. When you put both of these sets together, the Batman Lego set and the Batmobile, there we go. Looks like the Batmobile shoots out of the fucking... Yeah, Okay, fuck, there we go. The Batcave is inside of a train station, it looks like.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
That's
different. Oh, now, Nick, you got me excited. I'm like, wait, I can learn all about the movie by looking at the merchandise? Fuck, I'll do this later. So there you go, folks.
low price of $79.99.
That's a lot for that set, dude. That's a lot for that set. By the way, the old '89 Batmobile is $250. Just so you know.
I didn't want to spend money on that one. I should have, but I didn't.
I bought it. I have it. I'm collecting like random Lego shit now. So like it's coming in every month, and I'm getting like 1 or 2 sets. So
I'm like you. I have a collection problem. I love stuff.
Yeah, like that's I'm doing it once a month now. So I don't know, like just like drain my bank account all of a sudden.
Dude, I looked at Big Bad Toy Store and all the pre-orders I have. I got nervous. Not that I, couldn't swing or anything, but I was like, Jesus Christ, what did I buy? I bought a Batcave. I bought a Fortress of Solitude. I got a Homelander figure coming. I'm like, who the fuck bought this shit? Me?
Listen, you need to quit getting crossfaded and get on fucking Big Bad Toy Store, okay? It's causing problems.
I don't get crossfaded, sir. I wake up every morning and I get on Big Bad Toy Store when I'm taking a shit and I go, God damn it, I need this.
Yeah, that's kind of like me too. I'm just like, let's see what Big Bad Toy Store's got today.
Oh God!
In fact, I'm gonna go right now.
I'm not here to really dunk on Batman, but I did want you guys to see what he's actually going to look like on the merchandise. What do you think of this version of Batman based on this picture? All right, cool. That looks like Batman. I'm not a fan of the live action suit, but that's what it's going to look like. What do you think?
It looks better there, obviously. That rendition's a lot better than before. Like we talked about it before. I'm not a huge fan of the whole melting the gun down to being the bat suit type bullshit. I'm like, Batman had multiple suits, so you tell me that he just has so yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. But yeah, that looks more like Batman. But still, I'm still curious enough to try it out.
Yeah. I'm still curious as well. I'll definitely go watch it to see what it's like for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to use this to talk about DC Fandom, which is supposed to be this big event this weekend that I really don't care about. But is it just me, or does anyone else miss when it was a Comic-Con that everything happened and you had to look at Comic-Con and figure out the news and watch? Like, I miss the event. Every company that, like Netflix, has their own little mini event. All these places that shouldn't are. And I know from a branding standpoint, it's good, but it makes geekdom lesser, because geekdom used to be a thing that we all got together to celebrate a few times a year. You had your toy fair early on in February, then you had Comic-Con in the summer, and then you had the New York Comic-Con in October. Every couple months was this big geek culture event. This shit doesn't go away. Between constant press releases from Nintendo tree houses, which, is a little different, but still comics, and Comic-Con brought in video games, or you have DC Fandom or Netflix trying to talk about their streaming shows. A lot of this gets lost in the hubbub. And I really wish they would stop and come back together and do one big massive event. And I know this is going to be weird to say, but we, the fans, are smart enough to know how to pay attention, Hollywood. So why don't you just put out the information in a nice, convenient way and respect us enough to be able to read, not wait till this press release and wait till that press release. Comic-Con was a big deal.
Well, I mean, that was a problem with. Well, like, I agree. Comic-Con was like, yeah, there was like you got your load of nerd shit all in one fucking weekend. It all just like all over your face. All that's just how it happened. But now I think what happened is like they started the company's like, oh, we're a big company. We don't need a Comic-Con to be here. We can have our own thing, like around the same time or in a different time of year, and just release our stuff. And then another company saw them do it, and then they did their own thing, and this fracturing of the stuff, and like they're like, oh, since we're gonna do our own thing, we can get attention for our stuff, only on this day or this weekend or whatever. And they just got greedy, and that was a problem. As opposed to caring about when the information comes out in like you said, a concise way, like over 4 days of the Comic-Con. They were just like, fuck it, we're gonna do our own event that nobody's gonna ever come to or really care about, and we're gonna just release all of our stuff for one part of fandom that we're part of.
Yeah.
And, that's a problem.
Yeah, when it was a giant dick measuring contest between everybody under one roof, that's when it's a lot more fun. But when everybody's got their own little separate shit, it's not as cool anymore.
Yeah. Because Comic-Con put them all on equal ground, and they didn't like that. They didn't like it at all because they, once again, like they want their dick to be the biggest dick, as you put it. So yeah.
So at Fandom, which is a dumb name, we're going to get updates on Batman, Black Adam, Flash, Shazam, and Aquaman movies. And there's going to be a Peacemaker TV show starring John Cena. That's awesome.
I mean, his character was kind of funny in that movie. I don't know if he deserved a whole show. Maybe a couple of like short commercials like that were kind of funny, but a whole show is like that's a lot of money to put into that. So I guess when you really hard bow to China, where you can almost suck yourself off, you got your own show.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, I did like Suicide Squad a lot. I thought Peacemaker was awesome in it. Not entirely sure that I want a TV show. I think they're still on the belief that John Cena is the flavor of the month, and they want to roll with that. But this is an example, I think, of them doing too much. This is a little bit too much. He and Idris Elba had great chemistry. Especially the whole no one likes to show off unless what you're showing off is dope as fuck. Like that was a great moment. But yeah, it's a little bit too much John Cena. A nice reminder that hey, John Cena isn't The Rock. Let's cool it a little bit.
Yes, that is accurate.
Now, John Cena is going to be remembered as the punk. Well, I'll remember John Cena as the punk that he truly was, Dion. Remember all the dumb shit he caused in wrestling? That's the John Cena I will remember. More harm than good was brought to the world by John Cena.
Yes.
And yeah, this is after years of me singing this dude's praises about, yo, you might be an asshole and a terrible wrestler, but you're good to the kids at Make-A-Wish, so I respect you. I don't know. I lost that respect for him. It's not enough.
Yeah, when you apologize to a totalitarian country in Mandarin, it's kind of like people lose faith in you, buddy.
Yeah. Now let's talk about something big in just a moment. Spider-Man. But I'm going to catch up with the audience briefly. So Doug Keller, thank you very much for your super chat. Jeff, have you heard about the rumor of It's Pat remake? I have. I'm actually excited for this one.
Really? Because you hate that movie.
There's no remake, Nick.
Okay. I was about to say, I was like, what the hell?
Are you a brother or a sister?
What do you do with an It's Pat remake? The joke is all about the gender and all that stuff of the character. So what are you going to make? Like,
yeah, actually, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that they didn't do the anniversary for that movie like sometime soon.
Nick, there has to be value in a movie to get an anniversary. Do you realize something? Now, hold on. Let me get the exact figures real quick. I don't want to misspeak here on this show, but I want to pull this up. Yes, I can firmly say this. Do you realize that Stealing Solo made more money than It's Pat?
Hey, all right.
Yeah. It's Pat
my
brought in
God.
$60,822. We beat Julius Sweeney.
Now, what about in
Easily.
home video sales?
Oh, God.
0 equals 0, Kendo. I'm sorry. No, but It's Pat. I would never watch a remake of this unless it was played for the joke that the original It's Pat is a terrible film that nobody likes. Dean Domino 25 says, Jeff, I think you mentioned, hold on, I was talking to you, Dean Domino, where did it go? Jeff, I think you mentioned watching Squid Game. Anyone on the panel seen the video where Tobey Maguire is edited to be competing in it? Hilarious.
I have not.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'll have to look that up because is it Bully Maguire Squid Game? Oh, Bully Maguire Squid Game is like the second choice if you type in Bully.
I did learn that like my 11-year-old niece watched the entire series. I was just like, that's interesting.
It is.
Yeah, because I'm like I was like that's a really violent show for an 11-year-old. Apparently, like she heard it through all of her friends, you know, because she's into TikTok and things like that. So she had to watch it. I'm just like, okay, as long as there was an adult there to tell her like what's going on and stuff, that's fine.
Well, let's check this out for a second.
Green light. Red light.
Oh my God. What the hell? Holy shit. Holy
Oh
shit.
my
That's
God.
awesome.
My son has his birthday soon.
Oh, you got the card.
No.
Oh my God.
Would you like some champagne?
Oh,
Jesus! What the fuck?
Oh my God, that was amazing.
That is
They did
incredible.
such a good job with that. Such a good job.
That is fantastic. I like
Oh
that.
my God. Oh jeez.
So good, dude.
Yeah.
The internet is a deranged place, and I fucking love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
every once in a while you stumble on a fucking gold nugget, and that's what we found there, baby. That's
Thank you,
it.
Deep Domino 25. We appreciate that. That's going into my favorites list. Doug Keller says, I don't need to watch women play video games badly on G4. That's why Twitch exists. Yes.
It is accurate.
Now, hasn't Twitch cut down on like the titillation? Don't you have to basically button up now if you're on Twitch? You can't show any TNA.
Yeah, they try because they were dumping on the bikini thing, and like, oh, you have to, if you're gonna wear it, you got to be in water, and then a bunch of them started literally having pools and shit.
Either they were like in a tub or they were like in a kiddie pool outside. I'm just like, listen, I wasn't mad at them. I was just like, you know, get your money if you want to do that. By all means, you know, you found a loophole. That's fine. I don't give a shit. That's cool. But apparently, some people got up in arms about it and didn't like it.
Yep, it was pretty fucking hilarious.
So Jeff,
Yeah.
I'm still looking at the It's Pat stuff, and I would like to tell you that at the 16th Golden Raspberry Awards, It's Pat was a multiple third place nominee. It received lots of nominations, but the film and the cast and crew lost in every category to Showgirls. So as bad as It's Pat is, Showgirls was apparently that much worse.
Oh my God.
Can't say we're surprised about that.
By the way, there's a sequel to Showgirls, just so you know.
Of course there is.
Where can I see it?
On PH, that's where you can see it.
Oh, good. That's where it belongs.
Hello, girls.
Wasn't that guy that's like squat thrust? Isn't that the thing he does in that movie? That weird red-haired guy? He like screams into the squat thrust.
Chilling, yeah.
Let's
That's
look
the
up
same movie. That's also the one where they're eating fries or whatever. Where are you from? And she freaks out. All over.
What do you think
fucking
Elizabeth
movie.
Berkley's greatest acting role was? Showgirls or that episode of God, where she's so excited? Saved by the Bell.
Oh yeah. The Saved by the
Saved
Bell.
by the
She's so
Bell.
excited. She's so scared because she's
Oh,
addicted to
God.
fucking caffeine pills.
Yeah, it's a caffeine pill.
God, get addicted to something real, like, you know, cocaine or like heroin or like, you know, Ritalin or something.
Hey, it was Saved by a Bell. They didn't want to do anything too crazy.
Yeah.
God.
Our chat is so conflicted. Alexander the Great says Showgirls had one thing going for it. Primer agreed. Nude Elizabeth Berkley.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it had nothing going for it. I'm like, well, it had one thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember the movie getting an NC-17 rating and everybody freaked out, and then like they could only show it in like a handful of theaters or something. It was like this urban legend thing that happened. You know, it was crazy.
You know what I think about every time I think of the movie Showgirls? You remember the show Step by Step?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
The nerdy kid on Step by Step. I'll never forget when Showgirls came out. There was an episode where Mark's like, "I'm going to see the new movie Showgirls," and he was like trying to get his parents to buy him a ticket or something to go see Showgirls. And I'm like, this is a wrong movie for this little kid to see.
Showgirls had a $45 million budget.
It had slightly more money than Mother did, but you know, still probably better numbers.
Box office was 37.8. But I feel like they did have a lot of video rentals.
Yeah. The people who watched it told their friends like, "Yo, man, Showgirls I may want to go rent it by yourself."
Yeah. Brandon and I rented it. We were like 12 or 13, so it's like, hell yeah, we're renting this movie with all these naked people in it.
So then you got to share a boner with your bro.
Yeah, 13. It was 1996, Dion. It was a simpler time, and porn was harder to get.
Is that
yeah?
What really
it was.
ruined,
Yeah, it was.
Is that what ruins society? Easy access to porn.
I mean, I'm sure there's some like crazy groups that would argue that that's true. I would say what's ruined society is Twitter and social media.
Yeah,
I would too. I can't stop looking at Netflix, by the way.
Well, I thought you were going to say something else there, Jeff. Got me worried.
I'm not.
People have always been like looking at porn and dirty magazines and things like that. And society held together pretty well.
I'm sorry, but Alien versus Predator, the face-off in court, no one can forget. Watch the true story of how Alien took on Predator.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That's awesome.
The glove doesn't fit.
Oh god.
So it's finally Spider-Man time because we talked about Showgirls and got derailed for a minute, but Spider-Man is in the news. Tom Holland's Spider-Man is in the news. Not to necessarily promote the movie, but talk about the end. And I've seen a lot of people get upset when they read this, but I don't think it's as scary as they're making it out to be. Now, I'm not going to ask you guys what you think of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. We've talked about it at great lengths. If you want to hear that, folks, go back and check out our myriad of episodes. We are on episode 285 tonight, so I'm sure we've talked about it once or twice. But this is what's new going on with Spider-Man. Tom Holland says No Way Home is the end of the saga. The next Spider-Man movie comes out in December, and it might just be the last one for a while, according to Tom Holland. We were all treating it as the end of a franchise, let's say, Holland tells Entertainment Weekly. If we were lucky enough to dive into these characters again, you'd be seeing a very different version. It would no longer be a Homecoming trilogy, thank God. We would give it some time and try to build something different and tonally change the films. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. But we're definitely treating No Way Home like it's coming to an end, and it felt like it. So, I haven't seen Venom 2. But apparently there is a post-credit sequence that if this is the case, if this is the end of Spider-Man, it kind of ruins that one. I was okay with Venom. I was happy with the direction they're taking it. Weird question I'm going to ask you guys. Do you think, two-parter, do you think Spider-Man's going to go away for a little bit for legal reasons? And do you think the Spider-Man universe created by Sony is actually going to be pretty good?
I do not think it's going to go away for legal. I think they may be done with this high school kid iteration of Spider-Man, which I'm very glad to see it go. But yeah, I think Marvel's still going to try to make something work. I mean, don't get me wrong. I won't be surprised if Sony tries to rein it all back in and bring them into Venom. But no, I think that if anything, they're finally going to do, because of the first Venom and Let There Be Carnage, which I also have yet to see, they're gonna try and make it more mature the way it should have been. And I think, whether that's they do work something out with Sony or not, I think Marvel's going to try and keep their hand in the Spider-Man game, because again, Spider-Man is their greatest character, and I think that the writing is definitely on the wall in terms of Kitty Spider-Man. That was never going to be long term. He was never going to be the Marvel Twilight, you know, and if anything, we'll be at a place now where we can get the Spider-Man that everyone wants to see, a fucking adult Peter Parker going out, beating ass, losing girlfriends, and being cool, not being a kid.
I'm with you 100%. I'm ready to just move on because we keep starting over. I get the mentality of, well, we got to bring in everybody, or well, if it's too inaccessible, this or that. I'm over that though with Spider-Man, because Spider-Man, Batman, Superman are part of the fabric of the country, the world, whatever you want to talk about. True story. My grandma could have told you Batman's origin as a 95-year-old woman. Spider-Man's just as popular. All these characters are really great. And it kind of sucks because while it's great that they're around, Dion, in our lifetime, Batman debuted on screen with Michael Keaton, got rebooted with Christian Bale, is getting rebooted again. Like, we've lived through 3 Batman reboots already.
Yeah.
We've lived through 3 Spider-Man reboots in half the time, essentially. Like, well, not half, but you know what I mean. But a lot less time. It's so difficult to like build a character because we grew up with Batman was on TV, Batman was in the movies, and it was a long-term thing. I mean, fuck, it took over, was it 14 years that franchise was the mainline Batman franchise, and yet it fell apart. But treating this as the end of the Spider-Man franchise just to start fresh over, it would bother me because we're never going to get those classic stories. I don't need to see his origin. I don't need to see Aunt May or Uncle Ben or all this shit again. Just got to see him move forward.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, and I think whether it be the hard way or not, that definitely is the thing that is, you know, that Marvel's kind of learned the hard way. And don't get me wrong. I think that, you know, Far From Home was pretty good, you know, and obviously Homecoming was okay. You know, and obviously the whole, the uproar for the multiverse Spider-Man, you know, or I guess the Spider-Man / Doctor Strange film is very reassuring, but you know, people aren't interested in kid Spider-Man. You know what the seasons of Amazing Spider-Man and the animated ones where he's in high school and shit, you know, those were okay, but they're products of their time, and we don't want to see that as an audience. Like, that's not something that, you know, that's not something that's sustainable. You know, we do want to see Spider-Man handle some fucking mature situations, and you can't have him swinging an Iron Man shadow for the next decade. People just aren't going to go and see that. And I think that was something that was very apparent in the build to the next one coming out here. That's coming out in Christmas. It's just, you know, we want to see cool Spider-Man. If anything, you know, Spider-Man's dealing with the same shit that James Bond is. You know, we're this need for melodrama, this need for, let's see the characters in love and dealing with more of a, you know, sensual set of issues. We don't want to see that shit. I want to see cool characters do cool shit and it not be a goddamn origin story over and over and over again. And then obviously we'll see how this Spider-Man does commercially, but you know, make Spider-Man cool again. You know, and Venom has been proof of that, you know, you don't have to have this CW-esque subplot with all your heroes. Like, we don't want to see all that shit. We don't. That's not something that people are going to keep coming back to. People aren't going to keep coming back to a sequel where it's the same issue over and over. He's got a girlfriend. He's you know, and does she know that he's Spider-Man? Yes, she knows that he's Spider-Man. How's he going to reference his girlfriend who hates the Washington Monument and also be Spider-Man? Like, no, that's not interesting. I'm not going to spend money over and over again to see that shit. You know, and Let There Be Carnage. You know, fucking, you've got Woody Harrelson as Cletus goddamn Cassidy. Even though apparently the supposedly the scene in the club is weird with Venom, but it's Venom. You know, he's the good guy and he's threatening to eat people. Like, that is cool. So I think that's definitely changed how Spider-Man's going to go for the next decade for sure.
Nick, Kendo, anything you guys want to add?
No.
I mean, yeah, I'm with Dion. Like, I think we definitely want a mature Spider-Man. The fact that there's our third iteration of him is really fucking telling, and it's horrible.
What's the fourth iteration going to be like?
Oh God, I hope I'm okay with that. Well, he's already done that, but I'm fine.
Oh yeah,
with that
you're right. He did.
I'm fine with that. Then it's fine. Okay, but no, like Dion said, him being Iron Man Jr. doesn't help anything, and I think that was Marvel's way of like solidifying him in their universe and them kind of marking him as theirs, which in reality, like he's half Sony, but whatever. But also with the lawsuits going on of like the estates wanting these characters back or wanting to get more money for them, I think that's telling as well, because they've seen the money that these characters are making and they want more of it. And also what's happening in Hollywood and everything as well with other unions is very telling of what's going to happen. But I just want a more mature Spider-Man. That's really what I want. I want him to say fuck on deal with real world issues, not real world issues, but like adult shit.
Yeah.
And maybe he has a girlfriend, maybe he doesn't. Who cares? It's not the point. The point is he's Spider-Man. He's got to deal with his daily life and saving the city all the time. Like I want that shit. And it sucks for probably. I mean, maybe if we get a newer Spider-Man who's older and we don't have the fucking origin story, because that's one thing I do like about this current Spider-Man. They never went through the origin story in the first movie. Thank God they didn't do that, because that would have really pissed me off. But the adult Spider-Man is good, and I think if they had him, if they were going to go with the Sony Venom, that would be fun as well. I think that would be a cool dynamic, because you're building both these things like in different ways. It would be cool to see them come together, but we're probably not going to get that. Yeah, man, I just want a better Spider-Man.
I do too. I don't, we've had worse with Andrew Garfield. And I guess we're at the end of this. I'll treat this news as he'll probably come back. But hopefully this will be like Daniel Craig's James Bond. It's over. And now the exciting part is hoping that they get a better choice. Hold on. Let me pull that one back. Tom Holland ain't the problem. Bad writing is the problem. Because the dude is a fine actor. He looks the part. You could make him do more. He's not the issue. The world they built around him. And hopefully that means... Well, fuck. Hold on one second. What if this whole movie is into the multiverse? What if this is just a way of saying it snaps everything out of existence and starts fresh or changes everything?
Well, I mean, that's what I've been thinking whenever they've done like the multiverse stuff. Even DC's doing it with Flashpoint Paradox. Like it's just a way for them to say, "Oh, we can't say we fucked up because that's admitting defeat." What we're going to do is use time travel as a device to tell a story and say, "Hey, we're back to everything being good again, right? Right? You're gonna give us your money, right?" And I think it's a shitty way of doing things.
Alec Campbell says Daniel Craig is the Rodney Dangerfield of Bond. No respect. You're damn right. So I personally, I'll see Spider-Man. I'm not dying to see it. I'm not super excited, but I'm more interested in Spider-Man than say the next Batman or the next other superhero franchise, because it's something kind of different.
You mean the Eternals, which is going to just blow Spider-Man out of the water?
Hold on, let me look up if people are even talking about the Eternals. When does that come out? Next month, right?
Yeah.
The fact that you don't know says it all right there.
I have good news. I could get tickets for the Eternals right now.
Oh shit!
Better get on that. They might sell out.
Let's see what the 6 p.m. Oh, I'm just going to look for the hell of it. I'm not even going to bring it up on the show. This will be something I do in the background. But yeah, Nick, I'm glad you brought up the Eternals. So is Marvel. Hopefully, folks. Oh, God. Of this giant theater, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Like 25 seats are sold out of this giant theater. Cool. That's more than Black Widow, I'm sure.
Oh, God.
So the real question is, does the Eternals make $1 billion or $12 billion at the box office?
27 billion.
27 billion? That's your over-under number?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I mean, who can't fucking... It's the goddamn Eternals, dude, with Angelina Jolie, bro. Like, and the dude who kind of looks like Sebastian Stan. What more do you want?
A lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy could play James Bond, maybe?
And don't forget Salma Hayek, bro.
Look,
Listen,
I think Selma Hayek is a wolf and a half, but has she sold a movie ticket in 20 years?
I don't know, but I will never forget Selma Hayek.
Oh, nor will I.
He wants.
I just feel like this movie's got the 1-2 punch of shitty superheroes and actors that people like but don't care enough about to go spend $40 on.
Yeah, like this whole movie is diverse as hell, but like nobody gives a shit.
No. I mean, that's the number one.
Man. I mean,
point,
there's
right?
always the chance for it to somehow end up being like Guardians, but I doubt it.
It doesn't have that feel to it, though. It really doesn't.
It takes itself too seriously, and that's the
problem. Yes, absolutely, 100% agree with that.
All the fun from Guardians, not to sound redundant, comes from the fun. You know how I am about certain superhero properties. I gotta wait and see sometimes. If they can melt a guy like me for Guardians of the Galaxy, then that's gonna work for everybody. Because I'm going, a movie with a talking raccoon, I'm gonna go see it because I like the Avengers, but I don't give a shit about this one. And I walked out going, fuck, I really liked that movie.
Yeah, and then part 2 comes out and it's even better than part 1. You're just like, holy shit, this is really good.
Yep.
Guardians 2, I will go on record, of all the MCU films, is the most emotional. Never cried in a Marvel movie because they're Marvel movies, but all the Yondu shit is like next level. And I'm like, how did that come out of a James Gunn movie? First off, because it's James Gunn. And secondly, the writing or whatever they did to make you care about Yondu so much. And then Stallone's fucking appearance when he gives they do the fireworks in space. That was good. That is why these other Avengers movies made so much money, because they set you up and then they give you the Avengers. Like, there was a period of time where those movies, they were like second base hits every time, or maybe an in the park home run. You didn't have a grand slam every game, but every time they hit and they made it on base. Now Spider-Man, Dion, are you gonna get that Spider-Man game, the new Miles Morales one, for your PS4?
Probably not. I mean, I'm probably going to play through 2018 again before I get the Miles Morales one. I mean, eventually when I get a PS5, maybe, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to get it for PS4.
I don't know if I'm ever going to get one day I'll probably get a PlayStation, but there's something about the games on that system right now, man. I can live without it.
It's so boring. There's nothing fun on PS5 right now, which I get. They're trying to get them out the door right now. I understand that. But yeah, like we got to have. Well, but then again, there were the swings and the misses, right? So the fucking Avengers game was a huge swing and a miss. And even though apparently the game is better, nobody gives a shit enough to buy it for PlayStation 5, and then, I'm even me, I'm waiting for the, whenever they have a bundle with a themed PlayStation, that's when I'm probably going to get it. I'm not going to get the standard edition right now. I'm not a fucking joke. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. Hopefully that the catalog gets way better and we get something worth. I mean, apparently the Miles Morales one looks cool on PS5, but it's just not enough. Like, I have 2018. I'll wait to get it to play the quote unquote sequel. I'm just not interested in. God damn it, give us some cool split screen shit. Fuck.
Yeah. I will play Spider-Man 2 whenever it comes out. But I said this, and you can hold me to it, dude. And you can go back and listen to the old episodes of the show. 2 years ago, when I first played that game, I called it that the sequel would feature Venom, and I'm still going to stand by this. I'll go on record and say Peter Parker dies in that game. He gets consumed by the symbiote. Miles Morales has to kill him, and then Miles Morales is the new Spider-Man in the Sony world on PlayStation. $5. That's my guess right there.
I'll take you on that, buddy. I'm interested to see if that does play out, because especially with that was my issue with Into the Spider-Verse was they fucking killed Peter Parker, and it just really pissed me off, this need to try and kill whatever original shit we have for whatever the flavor of the month is and all that. But yeah, I'm interested to see if that's where they go with this, because I don't.
But Dion, Miles Morales is wearing Jordans and he's Spider-Man. Isn't he awesome?
And he's down, bro.
Yeah,
he's super from the neighborhood. I'm not buying into the whole, look, it's Miles Morales. He's just as good, is he? Because he kept the same name, bro.
Now, earlier, actually last week, Marvel canceled Spider-Man and Miss Marvel series. And I just love how this article from Inside the Magic tries to suck everything Disney dick-wise, because it says, in the Marvel universe, the iconic characters of Miles Morales and Miss Marvel are beloved by almost every Marvel fan for their heroic adventures. No, the fuck? Listen, who wrote this thing? Alex Liu. All right, Alex, let's see who you are real quick, because we're all Marvel fans here. We're probably older than you, so we remember an era before.
Isn't Alex Liu the one that wrote about how Sammy ones suck? Because what website is this?
This is from Inside the Magic.
Oh, I think that was on not Screen Rant, but the other shitty one.
But here's the thing: if people love them so much, they would have bought the comics and bought all the stuff from the characters, and you wouldn't have this problem right now.
Yeah,
in fact,
that underperforms.
Yeah, in fact, they'd have record numbers if people love them so much.
True
yeah,
story.
the book, The Champions, got canceled after the 10th issue. Now, The Champions, we've always joked, it's like mini SJW Avengers. It's, Miss Marvel's such a great character, right? Nobody gives a shit. This broke dick Spider-Man, this broke dick Iron Man, this broke dick Vision, this broke dick, Nova. They're all broke dick superheroes. And I know this is mean, but I'm glad this book is done. It's shit like this that hurts the comic book industry. These constant stops and starts. Oh, guys, it's great to have a number one. No, it's not. You put out 10 issues and you cancel the book and restart it. You will never build an audience that will dedicate themselves to what you do. If every fucking year of my life Spider-Man got restarted, I'd have never got invested in the character. There's a reason why Dion and I, and Kendo would agree because he collects comics too, but there's a reason why we've gone back and picked up backlogs of characters, because they're great epics. Dion, Spawn is one of your favorite characters. Spawn is still produced by McFarlane or Image, and it's still an achievement. It's just as good looking as any other mainline book. It is a mainline book, but it's owned by a guy. And Todd McFarlane has kept the Spawn continuity rolling. What are they on, issue 310 or 320? Like, they just had a and I respect that. That is the model that still works. And I know Spawn is not going to sell as well as some of these Marvel books, but to the people that want to bring that up, Spawn was never a Marvel character. He's an independent, and it's an achievement. Exactly. These characters just don't matter anymore. And for those out there that are like, Spawn's not that great. Spawn's black, created by a white guy from Canada. It's diverse by accident, and no one gave a shit in the 90s because it wasn't a big deal.
No, it was cool. That's all that mattered.
Yeah, dude. I remember the really like adult cartoon they had on like I think HBO or Showtime. That was really awesome. Yeah. It was fucking great, dude.
I just rewatched that not too long ago again. And to Jeff's point, that's how you know something's not built to last. Because again, it goes back to that hey fellow kids mentality. And again, to the fake world that's on Twitter, they don't give a shit about this. They're doing this because they think you're going to buy more comics. Marvel isn't trying to make a statement we're going to prove that these type of stories sell, If that were true, they would have stuck it out. But the minute that it wasn't selling, and the minute that it starts costing more than it's returning, they're going to cancel it. So this fucking Twitter praise that people want, and it's the same thing is going to happen with bisexual Superboy. Again, no one's saying that the fact that these characters are different creeds, colors, orientations are the problem. The problem is the disingenuous nature of which they're created. No one fucking is going to buy Miss Marvel as a legitimate character because she's not being celebrated because of the writing in the character development that we're watching over the span of a few issues. It's them saying, hey, that's a hot topic right now. Girls leading superhero teams or being pushed as leading characters. We're gonna do that, and they're gonna give us their money. And if I'm wrong, they wouldn't have canceled the fucking issues. If I'm wrong, Miles Morales and whatever the fuck they were calling themselves, the young new Let's Kick Ass Avengers, would still be getting prints. They wouldn't be getting canceled after 10 fucking issues. And the same thing is going to happen to fucking Superboy. You doing this because it's the fucking flavor of the month, based on the idea that some of these people who don't fucking buy or read comic books are going to wander in from the fucking wilderness and start buying Superboy like gangbusters, is not going to happen. It isn't going to have
Yeah.
randomly changing things. Thank you, champions. Randomly changing things for the sake of trying to sell issues or sell figures or sell video games. That's what they did with fucking the Avengers. We were talking about PS5 not having a good catalog. You murdered a possible game franchise because you wanted to push fucking Miss Marvel when nobody fucking cares about that enough to spend $60 and more DLC money on a character that they don't fucking care about. And Twitter gets so enamored with this shit, they forget, listen, it's about numbers, baby. You might not like that. You and your cousin and the other chick who got a haircut down by the school may not like how that sounds, but they're not doing this out of the goodness of their fucking heart. They got bills to pay. They want to sell comics, they want to sell figures, they want to sell games. And if you don't buy it, you don't get to complain. And comic book fans, we've seen this shit over and over and over again, making changes to try and boost sales. These type of changes don't fucking work. It didn't fucking work for Marvel vs. not Marvel vs. Capcom,
Avengers?
Ultimate Alliance 3. It didn't fucking work for the Avengers game that came out. It didn't work for these new fucking lines of Miss Marvel and Miles Morales. It's not gonna work for fucking Superboy. You're not gonna break the code. It's not gonna happen. Twitter doesn't fucking buy this shit.
Yeah, you're right, Alec. Pandering bleeds profit. And
yeah, I mean, look what happened with the She-Ra cartoon. It was given. Netflix gave it 2 seasons, and they canceled it. And then once it was canceled, the people who didn't watch it, who praised it, didn't again were wanting to fucking make a damn petition to keep it on. It's like, how about you buy a subscription to Netflix and just leave it on in the background for 12 fucking hours a day? That'll send the message that you want to watch it. Because look what happens with Squid Game. It was their most highest watched show ever, like 100 million watches or whatever. It was ridiculous. That's how you put up those kind of fucking numbers. You're gonna get their attention. They're gonna make more shit like that. That's how that works. You don't just you don't just be like, yes, you did a good job. That's awesome, and then fucking forget about it. No, you put your time and your money into it, and you tell them what you like, and you scream to the fucking rooftops, and they'll make more of it. That's how that fucking works.
Exactly. And and again, it's just this weird need, but of course these people aren't going to fucking listen, because they're always championing shit and then disappearing into the fog when it comes to put their fucking money where their mouth is. But this it's not going to fucking happen with Miss Marvel. It doesn't matter how many fucking versions you have. It doesn't matter. We saw this fucking 5 years ago with Civil War 2. We're going to rehash an old storyline, but we're going to take out Cap and put in Captain Marvel, and people are gonna love it and buy it up, and it didn't fucking work.
No, Dion, I know you don't have Game Pass, but this Avengers game is now free. I got the update on the Xbox where it goes, you can now get Marvel's biggest game. Folks, I wish people would understand something. The box office is great for these Avengers movies. There's no doubt about that at all. But continuously, Disney, all their properties, they keep fucking up in the video game department massively. And video games are I won't call them the future of entertainment. There's just the present, but more and more people game. A good video game is more important to your brand than people realize. It can make or break the image of how people see you. Look at Tony Khan. I don't give a shit how good or bad he's booking AEW. The fact that he understands that a video game will make them legitimate and that they will put the money into it makes me happy, because gaming is the fantasy version, is the version of watching the movie that they can't replicate at the theater. It's playing the character. Oh my God, I get to be Iron Man in a video game. I get to be Darth Vader. You get to be these characters. And so as you sell us bigger budget, more realistic games with Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, Cap, all this great shit in, fairly good looking resolution, you give us this. It's the ultimate honey dick. It's the bait and switch. And the Avengers game is not successful. They have another Guardians game coming out. I stand by this. It won't be as successful either. This Square Enix Marvel relationship is dog shit. All of these games that are coming out, it's so weird, because I know I sound like the old man, but when we grew up, all of the Marvel games had some kind of value to them, good or bad. Like if you played that terrible Avengers game at the arcade, it was fun. You had like the White Vision and you guys were on little motorcycles and shit in the sky. It was a fun game. These Marvel games are all a bunch of cutscenes and item collecting, and all they wanted to do is stroke you for DLC in this fucking game too. Get the new costume, get this, get that. Dude, no thank you. I won't play this game for fucking free. And I think that's telling when you give me your biggest thing ever, and I still don't want it for free.
Well, and the other thing too is if you believe in something so much, you don't try to honey dick your audience. When it first came out, and for them to purposefully hide the fact that you play as Miss Marvel for the vast majority of the beginning of the game, and then they had to patch it retroactively to take that out, that should have told you all you needed to know. And everyone on Twitter can bitch at me about that as much as they fucking want. But if you truly believe that she's this great fucking character, you don't have to lie to people to get them to play her. You know, that's not me making shit up. That's a real thing. If you don't have to hoodwink your audience if you truly believe in something, snake oil salesmen do that shit. You know, and it's just this constant push for, oh well, you know, we're gonna prove it. It's a numbers game, son. That's it. If people like it, they will buy it. And you trying to be like, we know what you want, just trust us. This is the future. I don't give a shit about the future. Give me something good right now. We're not selling this ain't fucking war bonds. You make something good, I'm going to buy it. It's as simple as that. And you can try and shield the property from any criticism by talking about, you know, toxic fan bases and misogyny and racism and all that shit. Even in a pretend world where that's true, they're still not fucking buying it. Shareholders aren't going to give a shit how right you are about the fan base. They're going to say, why is this not making money? Plain and simple.
Yeah, marketing people, stop trying to be cool and hip. Just make us stuff we want.
Yes. It's not rocket science. You know, stop trying to, you know, be the moral authority and focusing on, you know, look, this is going to look good on a billboard and people are going to talk good about us because we did this thing. Yo, make it good, and then the rest of that shit falls into place.
I want to play an X-Men game, but the I don't understand, or I don't know the numbers. We're not looking at all the sheets, but you see very publicly there's just less interest in some of the Marvel stuff coming out. If the X-Men are done right, this could be the shot in the arm, and we'd finally be rid of a lot of these B-list characters, because Marvel only has, you know, access to whatever. Now they bought more, but a lot of the MCU characters have always been B-listers, including Thor. Everyone loves Chris Hemsworth's Thor, but we comic book fans and longtime fans of the shows and stuff, we can acknowledge, or we remember when these characters weren't that big of a deal. And there's a little bit of excitement left. It's like when the X-Men show up, if done right, Rogue, Storm, Jubilee, cool chicks, Jean Grey, not so much. But then you got Wolverine, Cyclops, Gambit, and the rest. All those are A-listers compared to Captain Marvel, Squirrel Girl, Miles Morales, because you have to put the Spider-Man moniker on that dude to make him notable. But whatever. We'll see.
I was kind of hoping for the cute AT&T girl to play Squirrel Girl in a movie. I was waiting for that to happen, but that ain't gonna happen, I guess.
Yeah, well, she did the voice.
Yeah, but you know, I want to see her change out of the outfit and, you know, do a lot of, you know, stretching and things like that. You know, the important things.
I'm a fan of hers.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of these to talk about. So I'm going to put this on screen. Here's a ball bag, and let's get caught up with the audience. Up next, Will said, the unauthorized biography of Tom Hanks says, the Force ball bags, the last ball bags, the rise of ball bags, Rogue ball bags, Solo, a ball bag story, non-Star Wars titles, ball bags 2016, Superman, red ball bags.
I think we need to have our own world-class bullshitters ball bag. We sell
Next
it
week,
on the
you want
store.
us to get it?
What you need are those drawstring backpacks that just say WCBS official ball bag on them. That's all you need.
Yeah. Those they're like those little bags with. Yeah, we should get. Yeah, that should be the official WCBS ball bag.
We can get some ball bags made. I almost had ball bags. Never mind. Made for stealing Solo. That would have been fun, right?
People gonna put balls in them? We don't know. Are they gonna put their balls in them? We don't know. But you can if you want to, because it is a ball bag.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're made for. Academy Award winner Tyler Perry, thank you. I won an Oscar, Dion, and I'm going to win it again.
You ain't gonna win shit.
So what happens? Okay, so Dion, what's going to happen first? Tyler Perry wins another Academy Award, or Avatar 2 comes out?
Ooh.
Tyler Perry, 100%.
Oh, You've hit me with a conundrum, sir. Let me meditate on this while I pour my my bourbon and think of a way out of this shit.
Good luck. You're going to need it. After that, we have our friend TLJ Screwjob says, remember when Jeff typed something into Google and it auto-filled in white girl noise? Why? I mean, I get Jesse's white. I mean, white girl noises are a thing. Dion, you've experienced them, correct?
I have, and it has gotten me in trouble many a time.
It's gotten me out of trouble many times.
It has also got me out of it.
Yeah. The James Baker, thank you very much, says, the Nutty Ball Bag. Great stream, guys. We're having a good time.
Yeah, we are.
All the Ball Bags Men. That's another title. Film. All the President's Ball Bags. There we go. That sounds like a good show. Primer, thank you very much. Bezos interrupting Shatner by spraying champagne was so irritating. Reminds me of Kanye West cutting Taylor Swift off during her speech at the VMAs.
Yeah, but that was just Kanye doing like a preemptive strike, because who hasn't wanted Taylor Swift to be cut off in the last decade?
That's
yeah,
true.
but still, I ain't never gonna fucking forgive Taylor Lautner if I'm up there with my girl and some drunk motherfucker out of the crowd goes to steal her thunder. It's weapons free at that point.
Oh shit!
I'm throwing punches right away. Like, yeah, I'm really happy for you, but and then boom, that's it.
Taylor Lautner taking out Kanye. I don't know, man. I don't know.
That would require Taylor Lautner to be tough, and he's clearly not.
Yeah, and
he's doing all that Bo staff bullshit. That was your moment, son. He would have went down in history as one of the coolest dudes, even if he got beat up by Kanye's boys. Everyone be like, you know what? That someone stepped up to his girl during his girl's moment, and he opened a can of whoop ass. I've been like, you know what, Taylor? I'll watch your movies from now on. But he didn't. He stood back there like a little punk, and I judge you for it, sir. I judge you.
As you should. And what's he doing today? Nothing.
Absolutely fucking nothing. Ooh.
I'm so glad I missed Twilight and everything else he made. Now, our friend SH Rebels 08. Our friend SH Rebels 08 says,
Dion, are you ready for our Halloween stream of
I'm
Terminator Dark Ball Bag?
Negative.
Folks, join us. You go pee, Dion. Folks, join us Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our first drunk watch party of the season. We're going to start this season up right with Halloween Kills. You can watch it on Peacock if you have it, or you can do what we always do, or you can do what we always do. Just get shit-faced and drink and hang out with us. It's the weekend. It's Saturday. It's been a minute. We're ready. My liver is...
Spoiler alert. Luke dies.
God damn it. Fucking... So, Kendo, when James Bond bit the big one last week, I was so tempted to pull a Last Jedi and do the Luke dies thing like we did in the Hofbrauhaus.
Oh, shit.
That would have been entertaining. I'm like, damn it, I should have drove to LA.
I watched James Bond this last weekend, and I was disappointed. Like, I was like, God damn, this is fucking horrible. And like, it was long too, man. It was 2 hours and 45 minutes. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, no time to ball bag.
No shit.
Empty it.
Oh man. I mean, and I was very sad when Felix Leiter did die. I was like, man, this has been his like most. This has been his like truest and best relationship throughout the whole movies is like him talking to Felix. And when they showed them the last time playing the game and like their interaction, I was like, they really feel like friends. Like they're read as friends on the screen. I was like, this is like that's how good actors they are. I was like, you know, they got that point across. I was like, man, that was like their scenes were the best. Also his scene with that little also scene with the girl in Cuba. She was fucking hot, man. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. She was the oh god, Ana de Armas. What a hot Bond girl, whew.
Dude. Oh my, yeah, and I'm glad she lived. I hope they used her again because I was just like, dude, please use her again. She did it, man. She was awesome. She kicked ass and she was really fucking hot.
Oh yeah, I'm looking her up now. I didn't realize she's older than I am. Cool. Oh, she's dating Ben Affleck. Okay, good for Ben Affleck.
Wait, I thought I thought Jennifer Lopez was dating Ben Affleck, and that was back.
Shit.
Oh, what went wrong between Ben Affleck and his ex Ana de Armas?
There you go.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, they
J-Lo's
wasted her
great and all.
character in the new James Bond movie. It made me so mad.
Do I know?
They wasted her character in No Time to Die. Fucking
I
bullshit.
agree. I agree. They also wasted Remy Malek as well. I'm just like,
Oh my god, you weren't lying about that, man. That pissed me off. That's fucking crazy.
See, dude, and he had no personal connection to James Bond. That pissed me off so much.
Nothing at all.
And people say, and people go, Jeff, it's the bad guy. He doesn't need a personal connection. You do when you tell this type of story, and also by personal connection. You know what example I always use? Goldfinger. Because do you remember the personal vendetta Goldfinger had against Bond after Bond fucked with him and made him lose the card game?
Yeah, it would, dude. He wanting to beat the shit out of him or kill him or whatever, man, the whole time.
And that gave you a reason that was the reason why Bond and Goldfinger had the little tiff. And then he keeps playing the game. He's like, Mr. Bond, I know our meeting is not coincidental. I hope this is our last, and all this shit. Like, there was a tension that built. Even though Goldfinger was a fat piece of shit who got sucked out the window, he did more than Rami Malek's character. There's nothing to do between those guys. If Bond, how many James Bond movies nearly end with the bad guy going, "You can leave," and would let him leave if James Bond walked out? What the fuck kind of premise is that? There's no tension.
Yeah, but and you mentioned Goldfinger. He nearly gets his fucking nuts lasered off, and he mentions Operation Grand Slam, and he's like, "Oh, I know more than I should," and so do my buddies, the CIA, and everybody else, and he has to take him around and make sure he keeps his mouth shut. And also one of the best names for a Bond girl, Pussy Galore. Like that's a fucking name right there.
I must be dreaming.
Pussy Galore.
Thank you.
I must be dreaming.
So, guys, I don't know if you watched our Bond countdown video, but did you guys? Oh, you did. So then you saw the part about Goldfinger, right, with the James Bond trading cards?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Dion, I'm going to read this.
Pilot.
Yeah, I'm going to read this for you guys. Let me just pull up this picture real quick. Let's get some other Pussy Galore on the screen. Hold on. Pussy Galore. I wonder if I'm actually going to get this. If I'm actually going to get...
Be careful what you put on the screen.
Okay, I actually do get her. Cool.
Okay, all right. That's good.
There's also an album called Pussy Galore. I can't show that.
Okay.
There's probably also a Pornhub video called Pussy Galore, too.
There's probably a whole series.
Yeah. It's an interactive.
On Pornhub, there was like a decently acted Pussy Galore porn series. I think I'd watch that.
I'd definitely watch it.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you think of Pussy Galore, you think of many things, but I find it interesting that let's take a trip back in time, folks. If you were a fan of James Bond as a child in the 60s, this is how James Bond was sold to you. James Bond, Secret Agent 007, one good turn deserves another. When James Bond first met Goldfinger's woman pilot, he thought of her as just another woman and a criminal at that. As she showed Bond around Goldfinger's extensive Kentucky horse farm, they wandered into a barn, and the woman pilot thought Bond was after information. Agent 007 discovered a new side to her character as she used judo on him with surprising, to Bond, results. But the handsome Bond was no stranger to unarmed combat himself, and he soon showed Goldfinger's pilot a trick or two of his own by providing that he was a superior in judo and that he could not be taken by surprise. Bond gained her respect. And this is the reason why I love to read this part. Sean Connery as James Bond, Honor Blackman as Goldfinger's pilot in Goldfinger. Like, for a generation, you weren't allowed to say Pussy Galore. And that makes me laugh.
It was a different time, Jeff. You couldn't say pussy.
Dude, the way Sean Connery says pussy every time cracks me up too.
Yep.
Yeah, he says it very slowly. I'm just like, what happened? Are you having a problem there, James?
That motherfucker is having the time of his life.
God.
100%. Rolling around in the hay with a gorgeous Caucasian woman. I get it.
Where would you rank her in terms of Bond girls in hotness?
Ooh.
She's top 10. I don't know if I would say. I wouldn't say top 5, but I'd say she's top 10.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Definitely top 10. Yeah,
it's she's not particularly like the voice for me. Like She just sounds like homegirl will smoke a cigar with you.
Yeah. Pussy Galore was a handsome woman. I'll just say it like that.
That's a way to put it, I guess. Sure, why not?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with her. I would not knock her at all. I'm glad James Bond moved on to Thunderball and Domino very quickly.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. Now, is there anything else you guys want to say about Bond? I know I talked about it, obviously, last week. We reviewed it on the show, but did you enjoy it, Dion? On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it?
I mean, honestly, I'd give it a 7. I did like it a lot. It's a solid 7. The problem again is same with Spider-Man. This melodramatic undertone to it. Not only that, but his woman's a shitty person. Like that's the thing that drives me crazy. We were talking about it on the way home after we watched the movie. Like, I get what the plan was, but if you expect me to like her, I don't. She's a shit. Yeah, she went through some shit and randomly Rami is in love with her or something, but she lies to him the whole fucking movie. Yeah. You could kind of try to say you understand why, but not really. But he sees her again. She goes, I'm going home. And he goes there. She fucking lies to him again. And it's like, I get why. Like, he wasn't an asshole for ditching you for 5 years because she's a shitty person. You're the subject of many an episode of Maury. She is not. Melanie belongs to the streets. That's why she's a shitty person. And I get it. The kid is cute, but seriously, that's don't get me wrong. Fucking, and then you waste Blofeld again. God damn, he was so awesome.
Exactly. Yeah,
the motherfucker steals the scene that he's in. He goes, I got you to lead the love of your life. And she didn't even do anything. I was like, oh, fucking kick his ass. But then again, he does see her and she fucking lies again. I'm like, she's a shitty girlfriend. She belongs to the streets, James. You dodged a bullet, son.
But also, like, that's one thing I hated as well. Is like they killed Christoph Waltz Blofeld. Like this man is made for Bond, and you fucking killed him. Like, how? Yes. God damn it! I love Christoph Waltz. He's so fucking talented, and you kill him. You could at least bring him back in the next one. You bring back another Bond into the mix. Like, just bring him back. It's fine. No, had to kill him. Fuck you. God damn it! Such wasted talent. Even Rami Malek. I'm just like, he's a good actor, and you gave him shitty direction, and you give him this pseudo Dr. No figure to kind of be in the new movie. I'm just like, because he reads like Dr. No all the way through. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird, man. He does. I was not a fan of it. Even the beginning scene, like after the gun barrel's done, it's like that's supposed to be a scene for Bond to set up the whole movie. But instead, we're going back to his girlfriend's past for 15 fucking minutes for no reason. It's like, that's not how this is done. That's not how you do this. We have 24 movies that do this a certain way, and you're fucking up.
I just don't want to hear James Bond talk about love. It's kind of weird to me.
No. I mean, unless he's getting married to the bitch, don't have him mention it. It's fine.
Yeah, and
well, my
his
whole thing
dumbass
is like,
kill himself.
He can talk about it, but talk about it as if you are a fucking government trained assassin and you've seen some shit. Don't talk about it like a fucking college freshman after his first fucking girlfriend. Like, that's just, and I fucking love Daniel Craig as James Bond, but he's so melodramatic and then this one, even though there's some cool action sequences like you had said last week, it's just so it's like watching a CW movie.
And not I was about to say, and not a good one, and then I went, wait, there's never been such thing as a good CW movie.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, the only thing I'll give a compliment to CW for is Supernatural, but it existed when it was still on wasn't
WB,
it something else before? Yeah, the WB. I like that show. I'll go to bat for it. We do like to read the super chats in order, but TLJ Screwjob sent a great one. Aha! Top 3 Bond girls. Go. Since we're on the topic of Bond.
God, man.
I gotta go with Domino, Audrey or Ursula and Dr. No, and then number 3. Famke Jensen.
Xenia on a top. Great choice.
Yeah.
She's in my list.
Yep.
I'll
Who's who's the other girl in Goldeneye?
Oh, Natalia.
Yeah, Natalia. Yeah,
Natalia
Semenov. I want both of them.
Ooh, one will kill you and one will marry you. So it's a good balance.
That's true.
Yeah, man. You know, you gotta have your you gotta have your. I'm trying to have my cake and eat it too. You know, it's all good.
Cake. I could go for some cake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Domino, Fiona Volpe, and Xenia on top. But if I to try to vary it up a little, I'll pick a different list. I'll go Vesper because obviously boobs. Who else is hot? I like Terry Hatcher, but I'll even go with the chick from Casino Royale, Katarina Monroe or whatever her name was. They're just her and Vesper have many things in common, and that movie cast that well. So I like those Bond girls. Oh shit! Hold on. Plenty O'Toole. I'll throw that one out.
Yeah, I was going to say Plenty O'Toole, man. Yeah, Plenty
Yeah,
O'Toole was pretty good, hot too.
Yeah. She's one of my favorites. I wonder why. Dion, do you know why I like Plenty O'Toole?
100%, my man.
Yeah, she was named after her father, according to James
Bond.
Oh, there she is. Plenty O'Toole from one of my least favorite Bond movies, Diamonds Are Forever.
Diamonds Are Forever.
They're not for me. There she is.
Which they basically copied that plot a little bit for Die Another Day.
A little bit? Space laser powered by diamonds? How many times can you do it and be original?
Well, okay, all right. Here's the thing. It was done by Blofeld here. It was done by fucking North Korea in the other movie. There's a difference.
You know, that actually, you could write a joke about that, and it makes me like it because 40 years ago, this crazy douchebag tried it, so North Korea tries it in the early 2000s. I'd buy that.
Yeah, there you go. They sold the plans. There you go.
It's still one of the funniest goddamn things ever.
Yeah, they didn't want to take over. They didn't want to take over the world with it. They just wanted to fucking nuke the demilitarized zone so they could get through it.
What a dumb premise.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan at all.
It's still so goddamn ridiculous. Holy shit. So funny. So fucking funny. Very early 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Jane Seymour obviously too's got to get a shout out because she just stays fine.
Yeah. I need Electric King. I'll be happy with just that.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah. I'm fine there. Whatever.
Sophie Marceau is a beautiful woman.
She is. Wei Lin was good. By the way, I sent you a picture of the lady that played Wei Lin, Michelle Yeoh. The name of her husband that she was married to for a few years. Go ahead and read that. That's an epic name. That guy wins.
Let me get a picture of him real quick.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's one hell of a name. That is one hell of a name.
He's a businessman. Oh my! He's
that means his name's on a card somewhere, on a business card somewhere with fucking phone number and email.
He's
I want that business card. I really do.
Yeah. Okay, so his name. Let me get a picture of it because I want to. I can't stress enough. He's fucking knighted, sir. You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
He's a sir.
Yeah.
All right, let me get a picture for the audience. We're not gonna keep you waiting much longer, but this man right here on screen, he looks like, Ken Jeong. Not really. His name is Sir Dixon Poon.
I mean,
good for him. Dixon Poon, huh? Sir Dixon Poon.
Sir Dixon Poon is a Hong Kong businessman in the luxury goods retailing sector. Poon is the executive chairman of his Hong Kong-based and listed company Dixon Concepts, DCIL.
Listen, Jeff. You refer to him as Sir Poon, okay? Sir Poon.
Yeah,
Sir Poon.
Sir
grabbing Poon.
It reminds me of the movie Fletch because he uses my name is something Poon, and he goes, Poon, what kind of name is that? Comanche Indian. So now he knows Comanches. There we go. Dixon Poon.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll put his name on a t-shirt. We'll charge $1,400 for it. It's a luxury item. I have a Dixon Poon shirt.
I'm gonna see if he's on Twitter. If he's on Twitter, we have to get him on the show.
We should ask if he'll invest in us.
There you go. There you go. Oh man.
Now, While we're talking about stuff from Asia real quick, I saw this pop up today. Disney Plus unveils first major slate of 18 original from Asia Pacific region. So this sounds like they're copying. I know they're not, but it sounds like they're copying Squid Game because the trend is to have Asian content. And I get it. It's a huge demographic you're trying to sell to the world. But I think what this is going to miss is stuff like Squid Game is popular because it's like our way of life, just slightly different. I think Disney's going to go into the diversity route like they did with Mulan and produce a bunch of crap nobody watches.
Yeah, probably, man.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's going to make them money. They're going to definitely go in that direction. So we'll see how many flames bust up from when this shit crashes. But yeah, I could definitely see them doing a lot of that genre of entertainment on Disney Plus. Because hey, it's Disney, so they love them some China.
So,
but China doesn't love
is not on Twitter.
Yeah, Dion, they love China so much that they got knee pads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dixon Poon is not on Twitter. He's not on Twitter.
It's not?
But the number one UK law school for research is the Dixon Poon School of Law. So I say we quit our day jobs and we all go and enroll in the Dixon Poon School of Law. And then whenever people are like, "Where'd you go to school?" Dixon Poon. Oh, he's one of those Dixon Poon guys.
I wonder what kind of frats they have there.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm looking at it. Hold on. I want to go to the Dixon Poon School of Law.
I do too.
We all graduated. I think we can make it.
Yeah. To get into law school, you just need a bachelor's degree, and then you just pass like the exam to get into law school. That's all you need.
The Dixon Poon School of Law is and serves as one of the 9 schools of study within the college from the University of London. It's situated blah blah blah. It has a $20 million endowment from Poon. That's when it was renamed.
Yeah, so there you go. So you're saying that Poon gave them an endowment.
Oh man, you can't write. You can't write.
Poon is well endowed.
Yeah, that's big.
If you look. Now, I wonder how some of the notable alums feel because people like, let's see, Lord Dunlop and Magnus Brunner graduated from the Dixon Poon School of Law. What
I don't know.
guy.
That Dunlop guy's got all that tire money now. I don't think he cares.
Probably. Oh man, that should be our third comic.
Dixon Poon
School. Dixon Poon School of Law.
Yeah, and Animal House style or Van Wilder style. We all go to the Dixon Poon School of Law.
We've joked about going back to college on this channel as like one of our skits. That'll be the thing. We all enroll in the Dixon Poon School of Law, and it becomes like Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of us is a genius or something.
Yeah, you are. You're our Egon and Wokebusters.
Okay, I'll take that. Thanks.
Oh, dude, when I was writing it the other day, I came up with the fucking climax. Remind me to tell you off air. It borrows from something else too. And
okay,
Kendo, I think you'll appreciate it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I always appreciate a good climax when you got Dixon Poon.
Won't we all?
Yeah.
Don't we?
Oh man.
Oh wait. If you look up Dixon Poon, one of his first credits is film, along with Sammo Hung. Poon founded.
Oh damn it! Come on!
That's not. We know who Sammo Hung is, but come on.
This is ridiculous now. This is goddamn ridiculous.
Dude, yeah, this is when we get canceled for having too much fun with Asian names.
This shit ain't on accident.
Right here, Dion. Along with Sammo Hung, Poon founded DB Films.
God damn it.
Come on.
Oh, Poon was once married to Marjorie Yang, the daughter of Hong Kong textile magnate Y.L. Yang. They have a daughter, D. Poon Chi Ying.
God damn it, come on.
Let's see.
So her initials are DP. Okay, great. Oh, man, come on.
Well, technically, Dixon Poone's initials are DP as well.
Oh, jeez.
He's DP Dixon Poone.
Oh my God, this is getting
tight quarters,
too wild
boys.
now. It's getting too wild now.
Well, guys, one thing we need to remember is what a generous man Dixon Poone truly is. In 2010, he donated £10 million to St. Hugh's College of Oxford. And then, as we talked about earlier, he donated £20 million to the King's College London, which then changed the school to the Dixon Poone School of Law. And in 2015, he was knighted.
Well, it's always a night when you have some Dixon Poone.
It is a good night. Dixon Poone makes everything better.
Yeah, what a great night Dixon Poone is.
You, sir, are a hero.
Yeah.
Actually, I need to take back our listener of the week. Our listener of the week is Dixon Poone.
Sir Dixon Poone.
We hardly knew
fuck you, whoever it was. You don't count. You suck. You're no Sir
God.
Dixon Poone.
Oh my God. Dixon Poone.
I feel like
that was a whole rabbit hole we went down for no fucking reason, but it was great.
Well, it's because of the Bond Girls thing. So good on you, whoever sent in the Bond Girls thing, because we got something fantastic out of it. We got some Dixon Poone.
Oh my God.
I got good news. I actually have a question for you first before the good news. What's better than Dixon Poone?
Dixon Cider.
That's true. He is better. But, well, I don't know if it's better or worse. It's worse. So,
lateral move.
Yeah, well, we're going to put up a dick and some Poone on screen right now, and you can tell me how ugly it is.
Okay.
There we go. So, we have good news. That bitch Carol Baskin is back. Did you guys hear what's happening?
Her husband.
Is she
what's happening now?
I have great news. Animal activist Carol Baskin, who starred in last year's Tiger King, is back. She will executive produce and star in Discovery Plus's Carol Baskin's Cage Fight. The show will follow the CEO of the nonprofit Big Cat Rescue as she and her team, including husband Howard Baskin, investigate the former zoo of Tiger King Joe Exotic. The new documentary captures Baskin and company searching the property for a release from the show. A release from the show describes it as lingering evidence of animal trafficking and abuse. It promises many shocking moments along the way. You guys excited for Carol Baskin's own TV show?
No,
I can't.
Not really.
When you talk about somebody that keeps large cats in cages and then you call the show Cage Fight, you're making me think that there's one of two things that is either happening. You got some Michael Vick shit type going on, or you're like doing some like Roman gladiator type stuff. The second one would be amazing, especially if the people went in unarmed.
Yeah. But yeah, that was that name is a honey dick. That's what that is.
It is.
Yeah.
Kendo, pick a number for us.
Does it go up to 20?
It goes up to as high as you want it to, sir.
Okay, give me a deuce.
A deuce? You got it.
That's perfect. That's how I feel about a Carol Baskin TV show.
All right, TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much. He says, I liked Fast 9, but I never took them seriously. Just shut off your brain movies. Not that you guys took them seriously, but just saying. Now, TLJ Screwjob, the reason I'm so hard on, no pun intended, the last Fast and Furious movies, I've liked the other 8 enough to go out and see them in theaters and even buy some of them on home video. I watched it for free on an airplane. I did not like it. And I buy into the family, and I can joke about the Fast and the Furious, but I'm one of the guys that has gone and seen every one of those damn movies. I kind of draw the line with this one. It's too much for me. Adama, thank you very much for your super chat again. He says, hey, everyone, I hope all is well. Jeff, I got my copy of Stealing Solo. I thoroughly enjoyed the book. I can't wait to see what you guys do next. Well, Adama, thank you very much for that nice message. So nice, I had to read it twice, but thank you. Andrew Clark says, easy access to porn has harmed the marriage market. What do you guys say about that?
I wouldn't say that.
I think that's one of many factors, but you know,
people today just suck.
Yeah, I would say women thinking it's okay and guys thinking it's okay to be friends with their exes and staying up all night texting them in private conversations is probably hurting the marriage market.
I agree. This whole, we can be friends with our exes. I mean,
no, you can't.
You broke
It
up
always
for a
leads to
reason.
bad things. Yeah, that always leads to problems. That's why I believe in the bad breakup. Do some shit that's going to cause them never to want to fucking talk to you again. It's the best way to move forward.
So basically, pull a CM Punk, burn that bridge.
Correct. No, you dynamite that fucking bridge. You don't ever want to have to try to even consider crossing it again. You broke
Kendo,
up for
it's
a
not
reason.
Wednesday. We can't talk about Dynamite.
I kind of do that already.
Oh.
That's good to know. All right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Nick, when you blow up bridges, you're more like Gomez Adams, you know?
No. See, I don't blow up bridges. I nuke bridges. It's just like never again. Like when you see me in the street, you better go to the other fucking sidewalk. Like never.
Wait,
again.
are you like are you the asylum version of Nash Bridges? Your nuke bridges? It's like a post-apocalyptic San Francisco, and you and Cheech Marin go around fighting crime.
Yeah, except Cheech is in a fucking, his head's in a fishbowl and his body is like, you know, Iron Man.
Dude,
That's
I
how
totally
it is.
watch that show.
And he's fighting Carlos Mencia.
It's fucking Carlos Mencia. Carlos Mencia is actually Claw from Inspector Gadget. He's got one red eye. Like half his brain is a computer, you know. So
fuck you, Carlos.
TLJ Screwjob. Thank you very much. Says, that's what I said, Jeff. Thank God Iron Boy is over. Speaking of, I really hope they don't have Uncle Ben as a cameo at this point. I don't either. I won't feel any emotion because
Uncle
we
Ben is
never
coming back as a fucking cyborg. That's what's happening.
Oh, can Arnold Schwarzenegger play Uncle Ben?
Sure, why not?
Be hilarious.
That would be dude. That'd be funny as hell. He comes back from the future.
Very
Is Peter Parker here?
Peter, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
Quick, I've been shot. Get me to the chopper.
Fuck
Over
you,
here,
Harry
Ben.
Osborn. Peter Spider-Man. It's bullshit.
You know what? If they had balls, they would do that. If they had balls, they would do that. That'd be funny as hell. I wouldn't take my eyes off the screen, man. It'd be too much.
I'd fucking watch that.
I would too.
Oh my god.
Make it happen, Marvel. Arnold Schwarzenegger is Uncle Ben.
Yeah, like yeah. He slips into like one of the parallel dimensions, and it's just Marissa Tomei and Arnold Schwarzenegger in the kitchen making fucking food. That's all it is.
TLJ Screwjob, thank you for your super chats. I'm going to read all three of these. First off, he says also no PS4 game because Tom Holland replacement. Wait, no PS4 game because Tom Holland. Oh, the version in the game. Is that what is he talking about? Because in the game you had that really weird version of Peter Parker, and then they upgraded him for the PS5, and he looked worse. I guess the only Tom Holland you can get out of that game is the suits, which are cool to have, but I prefer the classic. What did you play, Dion? What suit?
You know me, man. Scarlet and then Raimi.
Dude, the Raimi suit was the best Christmas gift ever.
It was awesome. It was awesome, man. And I shat all over, not Screen Rant, but the other Comic Now or whatever that were shitting on. Like, people just overblow. I was like, fuck you. You're just jealous because this shit was way better and we had it earlier. Suck it.
Yeah. TLJ Screwjob says, piggybacking off Dion, I remember when Jeff debated Mahler and Rags and Buried Under the Rubble scene came up. Mahler and Rags didn't get it. Why you guys liked that Peter cried, and you guys explained that he finally was realizing that famous line without it being said. I forgot about that one over on EFAP. We did debate that. I have not watched Spider-Man Homecoming since before that stream. I don't know if that's a good sign of a movie. But you're right. We did talk about that. Shit, I might have to go back and listen to that stream. I'm glad you remember TLJ Screwjob. We've done so many of these shows. I don't fucking remember where I was, but I'm glad we all have a record of it. Have you guys watched Homecoming lately? Because I never need to go back and watch it again.
Nope.
It was on last year. I think I had watched it during the Christmas shit that we were all doing. So I mean, you know. It's all right, you know. That's pretty much the extent that I'll do if it's on, you know. But I'm not going to be. I mean, probably the boys will want to watch it, but yeah, I have not watched it. I haven't seeked it out.
Hey Nick, not to change the topic too much, but somebody sent me a screenshot of a Collider article that says Halloween Kills extended cut with new ending is coming to Blu-ray. Have you ever heard of a movie before it comes out saying there's another ending coming? Like, Is this to sell a Blu-ray or to say, hey, the ending sucks and we're gonna fix it real quick? Don't get too upset.
Okay, another reason why Halloween Kills are probably gonna suck is that you had the one, like I said before, you had the two guys on Joe Bob's Drive-In. They're really trying to push this movie hard, and when they do shit like that, it just tells you more and more that the movie's gonna blow.
Well, this wasn't just a screenshot, Emily. I found the article. There's a quote that says, "We ended up if you're a fan of the extended cuts and alternate endings, get ready to drop some money when Halloween Kills hits Blu-ray." No, don't fucking do it. So you're not going to get the theatrical ending because they want to tie into the sequel. That's it. They changed the ending of this movie so they can make you a sequel, but they're going to give you the original ending on disc so you understand what the artistic impression is. And so many horror fans are going to eat this shit up.
Makes me sad. Well, I mean, they're horror fans. So I mean, they're never going to buy the actual movie. They're just going to rip it off or find somewhere else.
Yeah, they're their $5 version.
Yeah, I mean, that's fucking true. They're going to wait for it to be in the $5 bin at Walmart, and then they'll buy the Blu-ray. But they're never going to buy it full price. We know that.
Mm-mm. Up next, Xavier DeGod, thank you very much. Xavier DeGod says, I actually put Peter Parker and Miguel O'Hara over Miles. I haven't thought about Spider-Man 2099 in a little bit. Actually, since I last looked at my Big Bad Toy Store pile of loot and realized I got a Spider-Man 2099 figure coming to me soon. Kendo, have you finished your pile of loot yet from that store?
No, I still have a pile of loot that needs to be shipped within the next 17 days.
The countdown's on. TikTok.
Yeah.
Snell World, thank you very much. Snell World says, Andrew Garfield was a good Spider-Man, but Tobey Maguire is the GOAT. If I had the choice, I'm going to Ghostbusters Afterlife. That's a perfect transition.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters Afterlife. You guys interested in this one at all?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I am too. I hated 2016, but I'm not going to support this movie strictly because I hate 2016. It continues Ghostbusters 2. Ghostbusters 2 isn't the greatest movie, but it's not a bad movie. It's a good enough movie that I'll go see a sequel to it no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But like the last Ghostbusters that came out, I believe that this movie is going to be used for a reason, a political reason. Now, not from Sony. This is just an attempt to make money. But critics are seeming to start to tear down this film because it wipes away the 2016 version that had all the right politics and ideals. When everyone, including the people that own the movie, want to wipe it away quickly, but then people tear down the new one because of that purpose, I think we have a problem. It's the same as that people that go want to support something for any other hollow reason. This is bad. Do you think Ghostbusters is getting a fair shake from critics, or do you think there's too much of their bias showing right now?
It's definitely a mixture of the both. I think, if I got a gun in the back of my head, it's definitely they're still sour about 2016 not going well, and they're definitely they're going to be going into it with a definite bias. It better be really good, or I'm going to shit all over it for erasing the Kristen fucking Stewart and McCarthy Ghostbusters, because that should have been really good. I liked it. But yeah, if it's good, if it's I think that having having Finn and having what's her name play his sister or whatnot is going to kind of hold some of that criticism at bay. But yeah, I think 100%, especially the very specific websites that were on the bandwagon saying how great Ghostbusters was, the 2016 version, they're gonna have it out for this movie 100%.
Kind of sad too.
Yeah, like Dion said, they're butthurt and they want revenge, and they're like, your cis white male version, we're gonna make sure it gets horrible ratings, and we're not gonna see it. It's just like, you didn't show up for the 2016 one either when you bitched about it. So
right,
what difference does it make?
I just hope that people understand what's going on. And if Ghostbusters Afterlife turns out to be crappy and people realize it, like, I just hope it doesn't get remembered as being great just because it killed 2016. I want it to be its own great movie on its own. Because some of the reviews I'm reading, they're comparing it to Stranger Things and and I get what they're doing. That formula works. I'm not saying I like it, but it's all Finn Wolfhard can do. That guy has been typecast as a child. Like, what else is he going to play the same type of character in every fucking thing?
Well, I mean, remember they did something for, what was it? They did the same explanation they gave for like Black Widow. It's like, oh, it's like Bourne and Mission Impossible and James Bond. Like they kept saying that in every review article they kept coming out. So they're doing the same thing with this.
Well, I hope
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's just going to be really funny though that if it's really good, that's what I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see if it is in the same vein as Stranger Things in the first It. Then I cannot wait to see the mental gymnastics of those same people trying to justify why 2016 was bad. Because if it's good, it's undeniable. You'll have your Esquires and your comic book reporter, wherever the fuck that website is, justifying it. But I am excited to see the specifics of how they try to do that, because Sony changing Ghostbusters was a clear indicator that they knew what they were doing with 2016. And not to beat a dead horse, but that screenplay, the advertising, even them going as far as choosing Fallout Boy, was very calculated. And for it not to work was very telling on where we were in terms of box office film. But for them to turn around relatively quickly and come up with a much different Ghostbusters and to see the reaction online, I hope it does well, because it's going to be beautiful to watch them justify why McCarthy's was terrible and Paul Feig's was terrible. I can't fucking wait for that shit.
Dude, it's going to be a glorious November. Wokebusters, Ghostbusters Afterlife. It's a win for the fucking fans.
Can't wait.
I'm definitely going to see it, that weekend for sure. But I really, once again, I got hurt by 2016. I hope it's good. I hope the new one's good. That's all I want.
Same. We're ready to love you again. Ghostbusters. Ooh, you can get a Ghost Trap replica for $505.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want any of this stuff. Okay, I'll take the Ghostbusters art book. Ooh, no. You can get a Ghostbusters Firehouse toy. I'll take that. What would you guys do with the Firehouse? Like, what I mean is, what would you do with the real Firehouse? Would you repurpose it like they did and operate out of it, or would you sell the New York real estate for money?
No.
Depends on how much
no. I would make it look screen accurate as hell, and make sure all of it was, all of it looked exactly like the movie. That's all I would do.
I wish we had a Firehouse.
Yeah, it would be a museum and a time capsule to that time and to that movie. That's what it would be forever.
Well, that's why we need to get a bunch of money. So folks, keep buying our stuff so we can buy a Firehouse and live in it and make it look like that.
Shop WCBS.com. Help support the channel. So let's read a few more people that love to support the channel, and then we're going to talk about our wrestling segment, because something interesting and telling. So first off, thank you again, TLJ Screwjob, for everything tonight. Thank you to everybody who joined us. Also, I didn't buy Square Enix's Marvel because Kamala Khan honey dick. Play as the Avengers, and BT Dubs Kamala Khan is actually the main character. TLJ Screwjob, that's why I skipped it as well. I picked up on that fairly early on, and this social engineering of forcing us to like fictional characters that we don't like, it's sad and it's disgusting. Stop. It's not fun anymore. Like, I want to buy Iron Man or Hulk or Spider-Man or Batman, not Kamala Khan and Miles Morales or whoever the hell's in the Eternals. Like, just let us have what we like. I think Twitter is why we can't have nice things anymore.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Xavier de God, thank you very much again, asks, how do you guys feel about NetherRealm Studios making a Marvel game? I'm down with that.
Who that is.
I got hope for it. NetherRealm, so
yeah.
Well, Mortal Kombat's still good.
Square Enix shit.
How do you guys feel about Square Enix games? I I don't really get into them. Anytime they talk about announcing a Square Enix game, I just go, all right, I don't like Final Fantasy, but it's good for everybody else.
Yeah, I've never been a Final Fantasy fan. Every time it came out, there were a couple, the really nerdy kids in my class or whatever I was doing. Was like, "Oh man, I'm going to skip today and go play it." I'm like, "Good for you. You go do that. You enjoy that."
I just didn't have the patience for those games.
Yeah.
Up next, we have our friend Adam Wofford, who says, "Star ball bag. Empire strikes on Dion's black ass with tentacles attacking the fortress of Dunbury."
Okay, shit. All right.
That just sounds.
Well, Dion, you signed up for it.
Yeah, Dion needs his purple lightsaber and a cigar.
I mean, I'll take that, but the rest of that shit, I don't know, buddy.
TLJ Screwjob asks, is Dixon Poon related to Dixon Cider?
They're distant cousins.
Oh, they're from the South. Adam Wofford. How come the only guy in the South laughs at that one? Shit.
Yeah, 'cause he knows all about that stuff.
Because I've met those people and it's funny and they don't like that joke, but fuck them.
Well, you're in the trenches, sir. Adam Wofford, thank you very much. He says Disney is a simp for China. They keep making shows and movies that China doesn't like and ban from their country. Why Disney just doesn't get it? I get it. But as somebody who owns a business, I understand going for where the money is, but like here is where the money is. Like, we're not tired of all these properties you bought up. You bought them and ruined them and took them elsewhere. It's stupid. I'm getting tired of this shit. TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much again. He says, hot tub Dixon Poon machine, a fistful of Dixon Poon for a few Dixon Poon more. And the good, the bad, and the Dixon Poon. How's that for a test?
Okay. It works.
Sure.
Adam Wofford, thank you very much again for your super chat. I would go see a Spider-Man 2099 movie, as would I. Now, Dion, gun to your head. Mm-hmm. I'm going to pull up an image to get a good comparison. What would you rather see in theaters, a Spider-Man 2099 film or a Batman Beyond movie?
Ooh, Batman Beyond, easily. Hands down. Hands down.
What about you, Nick?
Batman Beyond, because I remember when that cartoon came out and I watched it and I was like, this is fucking awesome. You had old school Bruce Wayne in there and everything, all the technology, the future and stuff. It was great. I loved it.
Endo?
Yeah, sign me up for that Batman.
I'm going to pick Batman Beyond over, but I would love to see a Spider-Man 2099 film that's kind of like The Edge of Time. I'm fairly confident we live in a world where, since we can buy into this multiverse crap, we could have the time travel Spider-Man story where Peter goes into the future or communicates with the future version of Miguel O'Hara, and in the past he's doing his shit. Like, that could be a cool movie. But I'm with you guys. Batman Beyond all the way. They're just very similar, so I don't think you could make both movies and have them be successful.
Right.
Now, TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much. You're the perfect transition super chat. So the fans are Batista and the company is Trips. Now, let's start talking about Batista, because, guys, Batista's in the news, and I thought this was kind of interesting. Let's pull up a picture of Batista. No, let's not. We don't need to see him. Kendo, what are your thoughts on Batista as a wrestler? Were you a fan?
He ruined the 2014 Royal Rumble.
Amen to that. Dion, same question to you, sir.
Yeah, I was a huge fan. I was rooting for him going into 23. I was excited to see that he won the Rumble. And yeah, man, I was a big Batista fan, especially that, when he turned on Ray. I thought that was fucking beautiful. And we missed some seriously good shit with him and Eddie.
Agreed. R.I.P. Eddie Guerrero. You were one of the greats. Nick, did you have any opinion on Batista?
Not really. I mean, I thought it was fine. No big deal.
Now, I was never the world's biggest Batista fan. I was at WrestleMania 23 and was firmly hoping he would beat The Undertaker. I'm one of those weirdos who never bought into the streak being the biggest event of WrestleMania. I went to these events going, okay, The Undertaker's got a match. He's going to win, and I didn't care because it was predictable. But I could never call myself that big of a Batista supporter. But he's in the news, taking shots at WWE, maybe rightly so. But Batista says it was just a very toxic atmosphere. Batista opens up about his early days in WWE. WWE Hall of Famer Batista is open about his early days in the company, revealing that he didn't fit in with the atmosphere and the workplace was very toxic. The Animal made his main roster debut in 2002 and went on to attain a lot of success, capturing multiple championships and from wrestling's top names such as John Cena and The Undertaker. The former champion later made the transition and became a major Hollywood star. Speaking to Lauren Larson of Men's Health, Batista stated that WWE didn't know what to do with him early on in his career. He says, "I couldn't get comfortable," said Batista. "People didn't like me. I was doing something wrong. The company was just going to do anything with me. They didn't know what to do with me. They didn't know where I fit in. It was just a very toxic atmosphere. Wrestling is very competitive. It's very cutthroat. You're put in a position where you have to posture up all the time, and it's exhausting." What do you think of this? Kendo, you go first. What do Batista's words mean to you?
Did he cash those checks? He
Yep.
did? Shut up.
Dion, same to you.
I wouldn't say that. I think that it's definitely a shining example of how tough it is on guys when they're not the top of the mountain yet. I think when dudes are definitely early in their career, and especially the gimmicks that he had early on, I can see that being the case. It's not the ideal work environment, but at the same time, I'm not in the business, so I don't know how that's something that you fix with the early guys. That being said, they're trying to find the next star. They're trying to find dudes and women that are gonna make the money. So it's I can see it being really tough early on, especially on guys when they're new. Especially when you look like a dude like Batista. I can see it. I can see it being a shitty place to work at the beginning.
Now, Nick, is there anything about Batista? You don't have much of an opinion on him, but do you think wrestling seems toxic?
No, I mean it's a product of the time it happened in. I mean, look at the Attitude Era and look where we're at now, and like how they've changed according to what society wants. I mean, they've kept changing. Obviously, behind the scenes hasn't changed until recently with all the stuff coming out about it. But I think in that kind of setting, you have to when you start out, it's going to be I guess quote unquote toxic. But I mean, you gotta take your lumps. You gotta take you're a rookie. That's how you gotta do it, man. I mean, that's how it is. You gotta keep going until you find your play, find your spot before they find what your gimmick is, and then you fit in. That's it. And even then, like now you're a movie star.
Now I understand.
He did his time. He did his thing. He's out of it. It's good. He's in something else now.
Now, I understand, when people want to talk about their early careers, the trials and tribulations they face, but I'd like to take a second to call Batista on his bullshit. Because Batista may have had a couple months of whatever, but Batista was part of OVW's iconic class, meaning he debuted in that roster class with Randy Orton, John Cena, Shelton Benjamin, and Brock Lesnar. He was already with the best of the best, and he was already treated like that. And for his main roster debut in 2002, he talks about the toxic environment. Well, by the end of 2002, early 03, he was associated with Triple H. Yeah, Evolution. Mm-hmm. And what that means, folks, if you don't understand the wrestling lingo, Triple H is the guy who has more control than anybody except for Vince McMahon and Triple H's wife, Stephanie. And so if you're a wrestler and you're in Triple H's good graces, if you're one of his buddies, this toxic environment bullshit is what Batista was doing, because all of Triple H's buddies historically, Shawn Michaels, Sean Waltman, other members of DX, the other clique, they're all known as backstage douchebags. They're known as the fucking toxic people, the pieces of shit that ruin people's lives, ruin people's careers, shit in people's handbags. Randy Orton, Batista, they were buddies with Triple H. Their shit didn't stink in the early 2000s. So I find it interesting where as he wants to separate from wrestling constantly, Batista wants to say, well, I felt this or I was treated this way at the beginning of my career. Bro, we watched you. Maybe the Deacon Batista shit, and again, we weren't there every day with you, but I will not buy into this. You were treated like shit once you were a part of Evolution. Bro, you were in the pocket of the fucking champion for years. And then Batista's career, oh, poor as me. Nah, a couple months in when he was associated with Evolution, he goes from Evolution to the world title picture and never back down again. He was the fucking top. The only reason Batista wasn't as big as John Cena is because Batista was old and injury prone. When WrestleMania is being main evented by John Cena and Triple H, it really should have been Batista and Triple H, or Batista and John Cena, or Batista and Randy Orton. But Dave Batista was always injured at his peak. Anytime they gave him the belt, he was injured. And so what can he bitch about his wrestling career? A couple months ago, he bitches that he spent all of his money from wrestling. Okay, cool. I get that. But now you want to take shots at this. You don't need to be The Rock and be thankful for everything, but you should be honest, because people like us that watch this shit know you're fucking promoting some kind of narrative that is the new Dave Batista of Hollywood, not the real Dave Batista that we all watched for 20 years almost. I know it's a long way to say that, but I hate shit like this. It's like, I'm not going to defend Vince or anything, but at least be honest. Like, we know you're full of it on this one.
No, I definitely don't think that that's a wrong way of looking at it. Like I said, I think ideally everyone wants the beginning of any career, especially in sports, to be roses and people taking you under their wing and you learning, the what's what of your industry. And again, ideally, we would, even as fans, we want that to be pro wrestling. At the same time, outside of the timeline of his career, especially because he started so late. It's a tough sell for him. At the same time, it's pro wrestling. They don't, as an industry, they're not known for being nice to guys early on, unless you're, unless the fucking boss is in love with you, or you know someone in creative, or one of the bookers, right? But it's hard to say, it's a toxic work environment before you realize, it's pro wrestling. And I'm not saying it shouldn't change. It definitely shouldn't be the case for new people. We've heard multiple horror stories about that. At the same time, again, it's, there's a reason why so many are so hard on guys early on, because they're trying to see if you can stick it out. If you can't take it when you don't have the boss's favor, you're sure they're not going to be able to take it when you're one of the top guys. We were joking and making fun of George Takei earlier, but a real beef that still has to this day, The Rock fucking hates Shawn Michaels to this fucking day. Yep. Because they didn't think that he had it, and they were giving him shit, and he had to deal with it, and now he's on a lot of people's Mount Rushmore in terms of greatest of all time. So it's hard to say, man, that's kind of fucked up, while at the same time, it's pro wrestling. And if you can take it early on, you're winning Royal Rumbles, you're winning world titles. The lowest title that he won was a tag team championship. Once he fucking won the Rumble, he was wrestling and winning world titles. So, it's a tough sell for Batista to be, and I'm not saying it didn't happen, but it's a tough sell for him to say, it was toxic and terrible in the beginning, and that's fucked up. And it's like, I don't know, dude. You're in Zack Snyder movies, but it's just, I understand him wanting to be more of an empathetic guy that he's older, but again, that's a tough one to sell. That's a tough one to sell.
Now, there's two more wrestling topics. Do you want the funny one or the kind of, serious one?
Let's go serious, then funny.
Deal. That'll be a perfect closer. So we like NXT enough. NXT can be awesome. It can be terrible. It's WWE. So you always have that risk. But NXT just rebranded to very few people's excitement. And now Bronson Reed, one of the wrestlers who recently left, kind of told what happened. So he was quoted as saying, before my dark match, maybe a week before that, about a month out from everything being rebranded, all the top TV talent got pulled into a room by Hunter and Sean, and they sort of let us know that things were changing. They're going in a different direction, and it was all from Vince. This is what he wants, a complete overhaul. I think it shocked a lot of people in that room. It also dampened some hearts. At the same time, some of us, myself included, thought we were going to Raw or SmackDown anyway, so it wasn't really our concern. Now, Vince McMahon is the reason why I brought this up. That old man has got to retire. I wouldn't wish death on anybody for better entertainment, unless you maybe are in charge of Star Wars. Not really. But my point is, he's an old dude, and he's out of touch, and he's got to go. Like, if you guys created a business, let me rephrase this. If you guys bought a business, which is what Vince did, he bought his dad's business and made it even bigger. Would you tank it before you die, or do you think you guys would be self-aware enough to know when you've taken it too far and be able to stop?
Listen, in a perfect world, I think that I would know, right? But it's very difficult being on top for so long and still being grounded, right? The higher you get, the farther away you get from the ground. And if anything that we have known about Vince for the last 20 years since winning the Monday Night Raw, or Monday Night Wars, rather, is that it is sometimes not the best thing to be the only jig in town. You know, and fans that are our age, you know, vaguely remember the mid 90s. They do remember the Attitude Era. They remember Ruthless Aggression. They remember John Cena being on top. They remember the Reign of Terror. And obviously they remember that period right before the Women's Revolution and NXT came about. And then was rebranded, and now it's being rebranded again. So I like to think that I would know, but it's just so hard trying to just if you work for WWE, this is hard to justify because Vince, and I don't think this is a simple matter of his ego. I think he genuinely believes that he knows what's best for pro wrestling, or excuse me, sports entertainment. He doesn't want it to be pro wrestling. He believes that this is the best way. And whether, you know, only he knows in his heart of hearts, and probably his daughter and his son-in-law and his son know, but he is probably the only one that knows whether he's full of shit or not. You know, obviously we think he's full of shit because he's made terrible decision after terrible decision after terrible decision after terrible decision. And this is, you know, it's very telling that everyone in the world can see that this is a bad fucking idea. This wasn't what NXT was for. This wasn't what it was supposed to be. It's not supposed to be ECW. It's not supposed to be the same type of Raw or SmackDown. And he just doesn't, you know, and again, I don't think it's ego. I think he genuinely believes that he knows what's best, and he's just too far gone to see it. I cannot believe that Hunter and Sean will let this fucking happen. I can't believe that Stephanie will let this happen. You know, when they branded NXT, fucking Triple H specifically said this. We did this because we don't have a feeder league. The NFL has college football. You know, the NBA has the summer league and college basketball. We don't have that. And that's what NXT was supposed to be. And to see it be turned into another arm of SmackDown versus Raw. We remember, you know, we were in college when they were putting full episodes of SmackDown on fucking YouTube.
Yeah,
because it was getting such low ratings on fucking Sci-Fi. We remember that stretch of where Raw was not even touching a 1 rating on Nielsen, and it was at its fucking lowest because of this fucking PG bullshit. And to see NXT, you know, Vince hasn't learned a goddamn thing, and he waits until ratings are historically low before he changes anything. You know, they waited until their quote unquote divas were getting booed out of the building and chanting boring before they actually brought in legitimate female fucking wrestlers. The fucking Bellas almost killed the women's division. You know, and this is another example of and it's another example that Vince doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And I honestly believe that he's crazy enough that he thinks that this is a good thing.
By the way, Last Sigil, thank you for the compliment about the avatars. Drew those for the guys, and it's our new look. Glad you guys like it. Darian217, you asked earlier in the stream, are there any prerequisites for this Saturday's stream at 8:30 p.m.? Yeah, if you can watch Halloween 2018, it'll help. I don't recommend it as a good film that I think you'll enjoy, but if you watch it, you'll be caught up with us, and we'll all be on the same page.
Yeah, and you were allowed to acquire Halloween 2018 by any means necessary. Well, you know, within certain laws.
That's the only prerectal visit you need.
Yeah, exactly.
Dion, I've lived my life by an old adage. Could you tell me if it's true or not?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got a price.
Yes, sir.
I think we just learned Ted DiBiase's price.
Oh no,
because he was embezzling money.
Yup. You want to hear about this?
Yeah.
Ted DiBiase and his sons must repay millions of dollars following embezzlement scandal. An investigation of illegally spent welfare funds has resulted in the DiBiase family being ordered to repay millions of dollars to the state of Mississippi. More than $77 million that was intended to assist needy families in Mississippi was instead illegally spent or misappropriated in an embezzlement scheme. Mississippi State Auditor Shad White said it's time for Ted DiBiase, 2 of his sons, NFL Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre, and others to pay back their share.
It's the same investigation that Brett Favre got caught up in.
Yeah.
So, for context, The auditor's office issued a demand to former Department of Human Services Executive Director John Davis for $96.3 million, which includes interest for his role in authorizing over $77 million in illegal TANF funds. There are a lot of celebrities, but Ted DiBiase owes $722,299. His son Brett DiBiase $255,950, and Ted DiBiase Jr. $3.9 million.
Damn.
He just needs to make some more Marine movies, and he'll be taking care of that.
If the demanded amounts are not repaid within 30 days, the Attorney General's office is responsible for enforcing the demands in court. These demands are of a civil nature, not criminal. A civil demand does not imply criminal liability.
What a 30 days? 30 days. Good luck.
Well,
with
he's
that.
the $1 million man. He's got it. He'll still have $250,000 left.
Look, if $1 million is too much, Brett Favre owes money. If Brett Favre cannot afford to pay back what he owes, he blew it. Because wasn't he the biggest fucking quarterback of his era?
Yeah.
Yeah, he owes like $800,000, something like that. I think for whatever he did, like for like speaking events he didn't actually do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Brett Favre can just get the checkbook out and he'll be okay.
He's got that Wrangler money, baby.
Be.
That Wrangler money.
That's true. Let's see what Brett Favre's net worth is.
He's worth $100 million.
Ah, see, he could pay that no problem.
Yeah. So he received $1.1 million from a no-show gig. That's what he owes. He said he'd pay back the money, but he still hasn't as of yesterday. So that's in the news.
Yo, the state of Mississippi, y'all gotta get your shit together. You getting bamboozled by a wrestling family and a retired quarterback? Come on.
Well, Dion, it is Mississippi. I mean, have you seen the place? Have you been there?
Mississippi Power.
Mississippi Power.
That's right. Roll Tide. Ted DiBiase is worth $1.5 million, and his son Ted DiBiase Jr. is worth $4 million. So
how is Ted DiBiase Jr. worth $4 million?
Dude, he was in the Marine.
I know. That's why I'm asking that. That movie didn't even make $4 million.
I don't know. Magic?
Damn. Does he have like a fucking degree in economics? What the fuck?
John Cena does. Well, Thugonomics.
Yeah, well.
That's Thugonomics. Different.
Yeah.
Oh, so you think you're untouchable?
Word life. Yeah. The only line of dialogue from that line or that song that makes me laugh is "Taking over Earth and still kicking in Uranus." I always laugh at that part.
Fucking, oh my god, man! Fucking John Cena with his urban accent. Holy shit!
Yeah.
God, when John Cena was cool-ish until about 2005. He was tolerable until 2006, and he was a joke since WrestleMania 22. I couldn't stand him.
I mean, well, he was starting to get booed, especially after he beat Bobby Lashley at the Great American Bash. That's where I always point the turning point, because he was cool for 21, a joke at 22. He goes into 23. And everyone knew that Shawn didn't want to be fucking champion. But yeah, when he beat Bobby Lashley, everyone knew that Lashley should have won the WWE title. Then that was when he started being, you can't fucking wrestle Cena for sure.
Oh yeah. So guys, we need one more like to hit 300, and let's read our super chats, and we will close this episode out. So first off, our friend Rob Brandt says, "I'm so glad Crown Jewel is on when I'm working next Thursday. Nothing like airing glorified house shows that'll be subpar from Saudi Arabia."
Oh yeah, sweet Saudi money mania, baby.
I am not going to spend my birthday watching Sweet Saudi Money. I'm going to do literally anything else. What would it take for you guys to watch Sweet Saudi Money?
Being nailed to a chair.
I'd say Bianca becomes champ again. Roman loses to Finn, and some crazy ass Spice Girls musical concert.
What the fuck?
Sounds like a good time had by none.
Oh god.
Hey, let's really shake the pillars of heaven. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
Xavier to God, thank you very much. Says, if Vince sold WWE to Disney, would you still watch? And what would be your thoughts on a deal like that?
Fuck no, you ain't even
Oh
got to
my
finish that
god,
question.
dude!
No, I wouldn't watch Disney WWE. Are you kidding me?
I don't even
That-
watch
what is that
WWE
gonna be
now.
the
That would be the worst thing. I think Jeff would just stop going to the events too. Just be like, fuck it, we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't
That
go to
would-
WrestleMania anymore.
Disney would sell it back. The same thing that happened with when they had the rights to Power Rangers would be what happened with WWE. They'd have it, they'd ruin it, no one would watch it, and they'd sell it again, and hopefully someone else that knows what the fuck they're doing, preferably, maybe Shane or someone puts together enough money to get it back. But there's no way in hell Disney's gonna buy a wrestling company. What the fuck are they gonna do with it?
Running into the ground like they have been doing.
Well,
That'd be insane.
I'd be livid as hell. Like, this would really bother me if they bought the WWE.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like I wouldn't put it past them, but I don't see how they would make money on it. Like I really don't. Like that'd be the dumbest move that it would, like one of the dumbest moves they've ever made.
I mean, I know fucking Vince would come in his pants because of the whole, he's always wanted to market it towards kids forever. But if Disney bought it, dude, Disney barely knows what to do with their own fucking properties. A wrestling company? Holy shit.
Cena had to beat Lashley at the Great American Bash in 2007 because Bobby Lashley didn't win a world title until recently.
Right. Well,
Cena,
technically, partially because he left. He went and he won an MMA title, or he went to. Did he go to TNA first?
Right?
But then he ended up going to Bellator and he won their heavyweight championship.
Yeah, I was always cool with Bobby Lashley, and I'm still kind of cool with him, even though he's not my favorite. The way he's booked, it reminds me of 1998 Rock, not in a good way. Like, it's not as good as 98 Rock.
He can't cut the promos.
Huh?
That's the thing that held Bobby Lashley back was that he could never really cut a promo.
True. He had a weird voice for being as big and buff as he was. He kind of talked like this, and that just wasn't cool.
Dude sounds like Anderson Silva.
Better than sounding like Anderson Cooper. Wasn't it Dave Chappelle that talked about Anderson Cooper? He can find anybody.
Yeah. But by the way, I watched that too, and like that was a really good special for sure.
Dude, that Daphne story at the end. Whew,
because I've seen clips of it, and heard about it, and I'm just like hearing it in general, seeing his reactions in his face. I'm just like, wow, he's really torn up about this. And yeah, I mean, it's a damn good special, and I like what he said at the end, and then all the stuff he was saying was really profound. But I mean, he got it. I
don't think he should be canceled. I don't think it's really that. It's not even that big of a deal with some of the jokes.
Well,
he made.
I mean, the person who was going to walk out of Netflix, apparently the guy who runs Netflix is like, yeah, go ahead and do it. It's fine.
I remember that.
Yeah, like it happened like today or yesterday or whatever. Like the guy running Netflix is like, yeah, if you want to leave, that's fine. Go ahead. I stand by Dave Chappelle. I'm like, that's because he's making you money right now.
He is standing by that because it's making him money. That I'm conflicted because in the same press release where they talk about standing with Dave Chappelle, they also said they stand with the movie Cuties, and I'm just like, no. So
yeah,
and that was in the press release. That's not me inferring anything.
Yeah, that's two different things, and one of them is not like the other. Let's be honest.
And I hate that they put that together, so you feel conflicted.
Yeah, that was dumb. That was dumb.
All right, so let's see. We have Xavier to God, who asks, do you guys think 3 hours for Raw is too long? Yes. Raw was best when it was 2 hours, and it was also best when it was good. I know that's a really odd statement to make. It's like they go and give you a 3-hour show at the fucking nadir of wrestling. It's like, hey guys, you want all these Kmart branded superstars like Alexa Bliss? She's not as good as Trish Stratus, but she's cute. You want Nia Jax? Nobody wants Nia Jax, but you can watch them for 3 hours a week. Isn't that awesome?
Oh, God.
Well, listen, and Jim Cornette's a crazy motherfucker, but when he said years ago, right when they first went to 3 hours, he was like, you have a 3-hour show when you're clearly targeting kids as your main audience when they're in fucking bed by 9. Like, what the fuck? Why, who okayed that shit? So I was like, I'm with you on that one, Corny. Your target audience, The reason why you're going to 3 hours is in bed before the show ends.
Yep. Jada Becca, thank you very much for your super chat. World class bullshitter. Since y'all are big Spider-Man fans, did the fact that Spider-Man and the Raimi trilogy didn't need web cartridges bother y'all? No.
Initially,
I guess is like when I was younger, the reasoning they gave. Sam Raimi said, if Peter Parker could invent an adhesive like that, he would sell it to 3M and make millions of dollars. And I was like, yeah, you would, instead of fighting crime, and that would avoid Uncle Ben's death. And yeah, so I kind of just was like, damn, that makes sense. I would like if they had the web shooters. What I don't, okay, here's my reasoning. Who said that? Jada Becca. I don't like the movie web shooters because they feel the need to put them outside of the costume. The visual integrity of the Spider-Man costume is so important to me that I don't care if they don't include that part because it still looks like the comic book. Because in the book, he wears that shit under his gloves. I hate that they put, because they want to try to sell you a toy, but they've been selling you that fucking web shooter toy my entire lifetime. So don't give me this shit, Disney. But they put him on it looks like he's got fucking gadgets and all this other crap in the movie, and I hate it. I hate it so much.
Well, not just that, they would spend like, a portion of the movie, like a good portion of the movie to like for him to invent it and like figure it out and like, wire it up and make it and 3D print it or whatever. And it's like we don't care. We don't give a shit. Just fucking do it and go on.
It's like 3 panels in the original comic book, which is fine, but like what we lose from Spider-Man not having his web shooters in the film, or at least the Raimi ones, is just straight up, oh my God, my web shooters are empty and I'm going to fall to my death. We're going to go to a commercial break or I'll come back next issue. That is literally the only thing that ever does. And guess what? In Spider-Man 2, when he had his mental block, you got the whole, oh no, my web shooters don't work and I fall from the sky. So it's kind of like, yeah, I understand for the pure fans out there like myself, you want everything accurate. But you may not get the web shooter under the glove, but you like get all the fucking tropes of the web shooters not working. Like when he fights Doc Ock in the bank and he goes to shoot the web from the wall, he's like, come on, and he gets hit, and Doc Ock goes, yeah. Like that's what like is I consider myself the most hardcore Spider-Man fan, but if you can't get over that one thing and you dislike the Raimi movies, then maybe you should just not watch any Spider-Man movies because there's so many different things you're missing out from these lesser versions, but there's web shooters and jokes, so it's not good enough for me. And then finally, Darian 217, thank you very much.
Good night, Dion. I'll see you on Saturday.
Ew.
Yeah.
And then Samurai Vader says, remember to watch a short clip I made of you guys. Dion or Kendo, can you send me can you look into the emails and forward that to me after we get off air, please?
Yeah.
Cool, because we will watch that and we'll talk about it on Saturday because we love when people make stuff for us. Our buddy Ninja Lawyer Steve sends us posters we like to read on air. And Ninja Lawyer Steve, if you're currently listening, I got your email. I'm going to respond back to you about your Andre the Giant question. So yeah, don't worry, man. I appreciate you asking me and a lot of people. Oh, now Dion, is there anything you'd like to say before we put this baby to bed?
Free Yayo. Maguire for Spider-Man president.
I agree. Bully Maguire for the win. Nick, is there anything you'd like to say before we put this baby to bed?
No, just reminding everybody we do have our drunk watch party for Halloween Kill Saturday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So bring your livers.
Yeah, and we're gonna be bringing ours. We're ready to drink. It'll be the first one of the season, but it'll be basically what I mean by the first one of the season is we understand it's been a while since we did one, but now we're gonna start doing them more regularly. Robot Head is interested in joining us for a watch party of Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead. So we will be making that happen. We're just going to contact him for schedules to Team Down Under.
I just can't wait for Dion just like getting drunk and being belligerent the whole time. I was like, God damn it, this looks like shit. I'm just like, yep.
I am looking forward to spending time with my bros and watching a movie and getting silly, but I am not looking forward to watching that fucking movie. Jesus.
Neither am I. Neither am I. Well, guys, as of now, Halloween Kills is out. Our friend Logan Michael has seen it, and people are talking about it. So when we get back on Saturday, folks, it'll be our first Saturday show in a long time. We'll be talking about that, and you can ask us any other questions you would like. But let's get out of here, folks. It's been an awesome time. I'd like to thank everybody who joined us tonight. Thank you to the thousands of people who backed Stealing Solo, and I'm glad that everyone who's been getting their books in the mail has enjoyed it. I am proud of the content in the book, proud of the quality of the book, and I can't wait to bring you guys Wokebusters in the next few weeks. So from all of us here on the channel, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
My name is Jeff.